Yo, what's up, guys? It's Mikey. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. No, I'm playing. I'm not European. I'm American, bro. It's Mikey Breathes, bro. Gotta get it in your lungs. We're gonna have a good live today. It's been a minute since I've been live, but we're here. We're kicking. All I'm here to do is share my life energy with you. I don't care if you ask questions or you just stare at me or we do nothing. I know my assignment. I'm here. I'm here to be giving stuff to you guys as far as energy. It's not about answering your questions, although I don't mind. We're just hanging out. We're just chilling. We got to do something, right? Like, you could just look at me, but I'm just looking at a phone. So it kind of helps entertain me when you guys ask me questions. Now, there are such thing as stupid questions. All right. So I thought there was not, but it turns out there are. If I say something and I tell you the answer and you didn't listen when I just said it, and then you ask me the question to that, that's stupid. just open your eyes, open your ears. I'm here for you guys. But besides that, it's no holds bar match, whatever. Well, I don't even know what that means, actually, thinking about it. But you can ask, it's a free for all. You can ask anything. And if Sasha doesn't like what you're asking, she won't even tell me. I can't see the comments. I don't know. But if you say some good stuff, then she'll put you on the screen and we'll highlight you. If you say some stupid stuff, then she'll put you in timeout because you've been a bad boy or a bad girl. Okay, so you gotta think about what you've done.
Nate said, "What's up, Mikey?"
Yo, Nate, what's up, dog?
Omar said, "Good morning. You are getting more shredded."
Yeah, dude. So this is it's been, again, I haven't been live in a couple of days, so it's been a crazy couple of days, man. And I am just like I'm meaty. Look how meaty, dude. Like, look how meaty I am, bro. This is crazy. I'm gone for 3 days, and then it's like I come back to like, what is this, bro? I actually lost weight though. I just weighed myself from 213.4 pounds. I don't know if that is in kilos, probably like 93 kilos. Lady, could you check out what is 213.4 pounds into kilograms with your Siri? Hello, Siri. But at my heaviest here, I was 218 pounds at my heaviest here. So I'm gaining weight, and I guess I'm gaining muscle. I haven't eaten in like 60 days, which is not about not eating. All right, let's get some things out of the way. One, I'm not a breatharian, okay? I'm not. I don't care what you think. You can call me what you want to, but I'm not what you think I am. If people were what other people called them, then that would justify racist people calling other people the N-word. Well, you are what I think you are, so therefore, if you guys think I'm a breatharian, that's like being racist. I'm not that, bro. I'm not what you think I am. So just to clear that out. 2, I do not fast. Okay, fasting to me is stupid. There is a higher way. I have a better body. I am stronger. I am better. I look younger. I look better than people, I would say, who fast. I look better than people who are vegans or have mono diets. I look better than carnivore, dude. Carnivore people, a lot of pride, man. A lot of pride sitting in their own way. And they're very red. But me, I have unlimited bouts of energy. I haven't eaten in how many days? And do you see the weight?
I did.
What's
62 and it's 96.8.
96.8 kilos?
Yeah.
96.8 kilos.
Yeah.
I'm 96.8 kilos? What?
13.5 pounds.
213.4, but close enough.
96.8.
96.8 kilos. Holy crap, bro. I'm almost 100 kilograms and I haven't eaten. I haven't worked out in 6.5 years. Well, technically, it's almost 6.5 years. Okay. I haven't worked out since March 2020. That's when I got injured, and I'm like, okay, I just cannot do this anymore, bro. So I haven't worked out since 2020. I haven't worked out since the beginning of 2020, the first quarter, dog. And yeah, here's me now. I look better. I'm stronger. Hey, Slash, could you go throw up a before and after so people can see it now?
Yeah.
Again, if you're watching this after the fact, you know what to do. Add your favorite timestamp. So as you're watching this, add your favorite timestamp. Let us know why you like that. We'll go and check it out. We'll make clips out of this stuff. So this is me back in the day, and this is me now. I'm actually a little bit bigger in the muscle picture. Muscle picture. I'm probably like 5 pounds heavier. So this is me at 218. This is me at 213.4 or 214 point. Yeah. 213.4. But that was your boy. I was going to the gym like 4 to 6 times a week, working out, doing cardio, weightlifting, all kinds of stuff. And I did get muscular, like bigger and stuff like that. But I was still bloated, and that, like, I've never gone to the gym to try to gain muscles ever in my entire life. Never have I ever cared about muscles ever in my I don't care about muscles. So that's the irony of life, is like, I don't care about muscles. I got big muscles. I never go to the gym to try to get muscles. I went to the gym back in the day to get rid of gynecomastia because I didn't know how. Like, I didn't want to get surgery and I don't want to take pills. I don't want to be on your crap anymore because I trusted doctors whenever I was a kid. They failed me. Went to the dentist, trust the dentist. They start pulling my teeth out. I'm like, bro, can you just fix my teeth instead of pulling them out or shaving them down and trying like, dude, why do you always want to like rip stuff out and like, what is that all you can do, bro? What, you can't fix something? You can't heal something? Like, you have to either shove chemicals down a person's body or just cut it off. Like, you can't help me regenerate, bro. So anyway, I'm like, I'm done with y'all's crap. So I went to the gym a lot to try to lose weight. And guess what? I did lose weight. I lost a lot of weight, but the gynecomastia stayed there. I got skinny. Can you pull up the teenage picture of me? Because I developed gynecomastia whenever I was around 9 years old, around 9 to 10 years old. Had it super heavy as a
This one?
11-year-old kid. No, the
This
one,
one.
yeah, that one right there. So this is me as a 16-year-old young man, strapping young lad, right? Sagging my pants. Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar and sagging my drawers, bro. Ever since I can remember. I grew up in the country too, so like there was like rednecks and like not hillbillies. There might have been some actually. When you go deep enough in the woods, but you know, like I was around a bunch of white people and stuff like that, hanging out, mud and shooting, hunting, all that cool stuff. Very fun, love it. I love my life. But you can see on my chest, like even as a 16-year-old young man, I had already lost weight by then because at the age of 14, I got blood work done and I went to the doctors, I had ultrasounds and all this other stuff. The only thing they suggested was a surgeon. I got gynecomastia when I was 9, developed it by 10. I think by 12, I went to 11 or 12 because it was bad. By 11, dude, it was like cones, like traffic cones. I could stop traffic. Wow, how big these cones were. It was ridiculous, bro. What the heck? And I went to the doctors. I'm like, yo, why do I have tits? I'm not a hermaphrodite, bro. It's all male parts down there. What's up with the girl parts up here, man? And the doctor's like, oh, that's gynecomastia. Yeah, it'll go away, whatever. So this is like back like right at the early 2000s, like late 90s. So I knew about gynecomastia from like late 90s to early 2000 millennium. People know about gynecomastia now because of steroid abuse and all this other crap, but like you can easily get gynecomastia without steroids. I got it as a 9. I wasn't doing freaking steroids at 9, bro, or 10 or 11 or 12. So I went to the doctors. They said, oh yeah, most young men get it and it's gone by puberty. So by the time you hit puberty, your hormones regulate, you'll be good. So I waited from 12, 13, and then 14, probably like 10, 11. I probably went to them at like 10 or 11, maybe, because it was some years. I waited for years and I believed and I prayed and I trusted the doctor. I went all the way. I put my faith in this system. I said, okay, cool. They said it would go away by the time I'm 14. By the time or 13, by the time I was 13, it got worse. I waited. Maybe I just needed another year. I just trust them. I waited another year. It got worse. So I went back. I'm like, yo, it's worse. Like I'm 14 and they're even bigger. And the doctor was like, well, we don't know. You don't know. You don't know? Bro, I trusted you for 3 years. What do you mean you don't know? So they're like, here's the number to a surgeon, go get it cut out. And I'm like, I don't want surgery. I don't want to get you told me it would go away. And at that point, from 14 on, I'm like, F this. I'm doing it myself. So I ran and I did fast back then when I was 14. And this is me in the yellow hat at the age of 16. So that was me and my dad. I had my arm around my dad. But I cropped me off so you guys can see I had already lost the weight. I lost like 60 pounds in a month. I said, that's how determined I'm a very determined person. Okay. When I want something or I believe in something, if the doctors tell me and I believe it, I'll hold it for years. I'm like, all right, I believe you. I trust you. If I want something, I'll go get it. Okay, cool. I was overweight and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna not eat. Back then it's called anorexia and starving yourself. But now in today's culture, it's called fasting. I fasted. I was trying to lose weight, bro. It was anorexia. Come on, call it what it is. And I ended up losing 60 pounds in 30 days. Like roughly 60 pounds in like 29, 28 days, somewhere around there. And guess what? The gynecomastia was still there. So I did all the running. I lost all the weight. It was still even big. So in this picture here to the left of the yellow hat, or right here if you're in vertical, yeah, you can see the gynecomastia still. I know it's a fuzzy photo. It's from if I was 16, that's probably like 2005. So yeah, so it's like this is me as a teenager back in 2005, and was with a like a Polaroid camera or whatever it's called, where you take it and you'll get it developed at the Walgreens or Eckert's or whatever. You know, if you remember Eckert's, that's how old I am. Eckert's. People are like, what's an Eckert? Don't even ask, bro. CVS, that's what we'll call it today. CVS, okay? So yeah, so they took it, and this is it. And this is a picture of a picture. So I took the picture, and you can clearly see on my chest, it's very. So that was me at a low day. So that on that specific, I remember this day. My dad and I had went out to the cable company to go get our cable upgrade to satellite TV. I'm just telling you guys stories now. We're just chilling. Unless you guys have some questions, drop it down below. But like
There are some questions, but you can finish your story first.
All right, cool. Okay, cool. So anyway, I was on my third day of not eating. So that was me 3 days into not having eaten. The first day, the second day, and the third day, my dad and I went out. So I've been functioning without eating for a long time, and it's extremely destructive. It is stupid. It's not the thing to do. I was purposely not eating. Yes, I was hungry. Yes, I would get lightheaded. So I mean, people are like, woo, because I tell people I don't fast, and fasting's stupid, right? I'm now 37 years old. I'm almost 40, right? So this is 16. What is that, 21 years? So I'm 21 years older from this photo. I'm 21 years older, right? I have 21 years of knowledge since the yellow hat photo. So I've lived 21 years, thousands upon thousands of days in between. And I can tell you, from the first day I started fasting to now, there is 100% a better way. There is 100% a better way. But people think like, well, you just don't know fasting. You just never done a good fast. I'm like, bro, shut up. I've done every type of fast. Water fast, dry fasting, what else? Liquid fast, whatever, like vegetable fast, only vegetables, I've done every combination variation, 3 day, 4 day, dry, 1, 2, intermittent. I'm telling you, bro, I've done, in 21 years, I've done so many different types of fast. And I'm telling people that there is a higher way to where when you just drop the whole paradigm of fasting, you get to pick up something greater. And that's what I'm on now. Instead of me trying not to eat, I have so much energy and so much power, I'm not hungry. And then also my gynecomastia has gone down. So anyway, I pulled this picture up in the yellow hat to show you guys, even as a 16-year-old young man, I had already lost the weight. I was already skinny. This is me like lanky. I'm super lanky. I'm probably like 169 pounds, 170 pounds in that photo with the yellow hat. Because I've always been kind of heavy. I still had gynecomastia. And it's been there all my life. And now show them the big photo of gynecomastia. But that was me. I was running like 2, 3, 4 miles every single day, not eating for 2 or 3 days at a time. I was drinking a bunch of energy drinks too. I spent a lot of my money on energy drinks back then. I had a candy company. So actually, I didn't spend a lot of money on energy drinks. I would just drink my own supply. So it was not healthy whatsoever. I lost weight. And this is how I know what not self-love is, right? So if you have the guide, you know what I'm talking about when I say self-love, right? Me in that photo, even though I lost 60 pounds, that was not in self-love. And I still had saggy skin. I still had the gynecomastia. I still had the thing I was doing it for, which is ineffective. I didn't want weight loss. I didn't care about weight loss. I didn't care about being fat. Fat's not a thing to me. I just didn't want boobs. This is one of them here. So anyway, doing that for a long time is tiring. So think 20 years later, he's still running. He's still working out. He's going to the gym. And there's my chest there in the first photo. And this one here on the vertical, and then the far one with the tattoo. You can see the tattoo on because the camera and the way it was. I still had heavy gynecomastia. Heavy. It's like I had some heavies, bro. I had some heavies. And I was like, dude, I'm tired of this, man. Like, I'm working my butt off. I have to, if I even skip a week of working out, it just grows bigger. It's like, what the heck's going on? I ended up pushing myself so hard. I injured myself in 2020. It was my second injury, actually, because I injured myself in my upper body doing calisthenics. And I'm like, oh, snap. I think I snapped my elbow or tendon. So I couldn't do anything in my arm. And then I just did a bunch of lower body. So I'm like, I was so manipulated in the system. I gotta work out. That's the only way. Count calories, caloric deficit. You gotta burn more than you intake. I was on this bull crap. I ended up injuring my Achilles. I ripped my Achilles because going so hard. Because remember, I'm a very hard person. Like once I get dedicated, it is so easy for me to stay consistent. Speaking of consistency, just a little shout out, side note. This week, actually coming up, is Sasha and my anniversary. So consistency, right? We've been together. We've been married, right? I'm married. I'm actually married. So I'm married to Sasha legally, and I'm with Leigh. I've been with her for 6 years as well. But I've been with Sasha been married to Sasha for 15 years. I'm a very consistent person, bro. I have stamina. I have long lasting. I have a long duration. Like, I'm not a premature guy in any manner. And I don't give up easy. I'm like, let's go, bro. Let's go. So I'm very dedicated. And in that, I'm also dedicated to my partners and my relationship and everything else. And I've been with Sasha for 15 years. So, yeah. So after all those years of working out, I still had the breasts, the gynecomastia. I tore my elbow. I tore my Achilles. I couldn't lift upper body. I couldn't walk lower body. So I was bedridden. I can't do anything. And then from that, I was scared. I'm like, man, I'm going to get fat, my chest and everything else. And then from there, I'm like, I can't do this anymore, bro. There has to be a higher way. And that's why I just stumbled upon the guide. And I've been doing the guide since that day. I think it was like March 20th, 2020 is whenever it happened. Somewhere around there, like March, I was running, and then that's when it tore. And that was the last time I worked out. I'm like, never again. So I have not worked out since then. And my muscles are bigger now than even the blonde hair photo. I haven't worked out in 6.5 years, and my muscles are bigger. The chest has gone down. There's still like, like little remnants of gynecomastia, but I don't even care anymore. I just love myself. I love life. I love being with myself. I love not pushing myself because I hate myself, pushing myself because of body standards, pushing myself because I want people to think I never cared about gynecomastia because of other people. I cared about gynecomastia because of me. I didn't like gynecomastia. I can give an F less about what other people think, but I didn't want gynecomastia. I personally just didn't want it. But I didn't hate myself so much I'd get surgery. I'm like, I'm good, bro. So I ended up coming on the guide, and now it's made your boy's chest like this. Is there another gynecomastia photo?
Let's see.
It's worked for me. It's worked for Ruslan. It's worked for, I think Daniel had some man boobs. A bunch of guys. And there's no fasting. There's no working out or anything like that. Let's see. A little Sashi Posh.
How's this white background one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Ta-da.
It's undeniable. So yeah, so there's my chest previously on the left, and there's my chest now on the right. I mean, that's a huge difference. That's a huge reduction in gynecomastia. Huge reduction. And it's not just weight loss, because I already lost the weight before, and it was worse. It actually made it bigger looking, because my body was small, but then my chest stayed the same. So when I got bigger muscles, like I do in this first photo on the left, it doesn't look as big as it was. So it's not even about just weight loss. It has literally gone down. Without surgery, without hormones or anything like that. So yeah.
So cool.
Which is why I got into all this stuff in the first place, health and everything else, because of gynecomastia and the doctors not being able to help me. Just telling me to go get surgery. I'm like, I don't want that, bro. People like that. People are like, you need to go get blood work done. I'm like, that's dumb, because I got all the blood work done when I was a kid, and doctors still couldn't help me. So blood work it's irrelevant. You can look up all the markers you want, but if you don't know yourself, like, you're still blind. So anyway, if you guys have some questions, drop them down below. If you're live with us right now, like the live, share the live, comment, throw some thumbs up, throw some fire emojis. I've been liking the trident emoji, like trident gum, I've been liking like the Shiva trident, like the Poseidon trident. The Poseidon trident, Ashley Furniture, ooh. Poseidon trident, ooh. Get over here, like, and do what I told you. Anyway, throw some of that in the comments, but make sure to like, share, all the stuff. If you're not subscribed already and on YouTube, we just passed 6,000 subscribers, which is, that's huge for me, bro. Like,
I didn't even know that.
6,000.
That's so cool.
I resisted YouTube for years, bro. Like, for years, I resisted. I did, because I saw. I don't want to be an influencer. There's nothing in me that wants to be I do not envy. I do not look at an influencer and be like, I want to be that. Like, at all. Like, I don't want to be a fitness influencer. I don't want to be in any way an influencer. And I also did not want to be a YouTuber. I'm like, I look at that and I'm like, that is not the life I want. I do not want to be that person. I love being real. I love being authentic. I love no script. I love coming up. Hey, this is me. I'm not going to say something to get you to like, comment. If you don't like me, then effing go. I don't care. Which is probably why I get so many girls, because I'm just like, I'm me, bro, and I'm not changing. I'm doing my thing, and women like love that. Like, oh, Mikey, you're so awesome. But I've never want to be a YouTuber, ever. So I felt like life was always calling me like, bro, go on YouTube, go on YouTube. I'm like, I don't want to be a YouTuber. How am I going to do this without doing that, right? And of course, the channel is not as blown up as your average YouTuber person who does like all the stuff. Like, here's 5 days in an abandoned hotel that's haunted. You know, so it's not like 10,000 views, 20,000 views, 1 million views, 10 million. It's not nothing even like that. You guys give 100 views, 200 views, 300 views. Some of them get to like 500, 600, 700, maybe even 800. Maybe some even get to 1,000, right? And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my audience. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for everyone being here. I just want to congratulate and celebrate that we have reached 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. Super huge for me. Super, super huge. That means you guys want to hear more of this stuff. So make sure to turn on notifications so every time I go live, you don't miss it. You can come ask your questions here. Don't be asking in the comments, because someone in the comments on IG was like, can you just explain to me and put in a simple way, do you eat yes or no? And I'm like, that's why you don't have your answer, because you want it in a simple way. Like, you want to be spoon-fed. You want to be a baby. That's not how this works. You have to hear the complexity on all the factors, and that's how this actually works. If I just said, yes, I eat, no, I don't eat, like, okay, then what? Then what? Then there's no effect. I just saw this quote from Aristotle. It says, the purpose of knowledge is action, not knowledge. The purpose to get knowledge is to take action, not to have knowledge. Like, to have knowledge means nothing. You get knowledge so you can act. So if you guys want to hear stuff and do nothing, like it's useless. Okay, do you eat or not, Mikey? I need to know. And I say yes, then what? If I say no, then what? Nothing happens. But when I say, well, it's not about eating, not eating, it's about blah, 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 blah. I give all these factors, like, oh, dang, I see what he's saying. I can apply that. I can do this. All right, cool. First question.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So Noelle did say, congrats again, love YouTube, and influencer, no, but you are helping people, and it's a great platform. It helps people find your tribe.
Yeah, YouTube's I have nothing against YouTube. YouTube is amazing. I'm on YouTube and Facebook kind of the most. YouTube for, you know, and then Facebook for, like, if I want like some reels, bam, you know. I go on Facebook for the conspiracy. Okay, what's happening in America? What water are they tainting now? Okay, like I go on Facebook because I know YouTube would not allow that stuff. But then YouTube, if I like want to watch some superhero comic book or blah 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 stuff, I'm like, or a trailer, I go to YouTube. So YouTube's awesome. I have nothing against. I love YouTube. I think YouTube's great. I just don't want to be a YouTuber, a vlogger, or something like that. So yeah, even a health. I don't even want to be a guru. I don't want to be a guru. I'm not your teacher. I might be your daddy, but I'm not your teacher. I don't want to be a guru, bro. I don't want that weight on me. I love my free life, so I don't want to be telling people what to do.
So TED Talk Tiff on Instagram asked, what is the guide? Did you create the guide, and did it come to you?
Yeah, I'm the originator from the guide, along with Lay and Sash. We accumulated our mighty cognitive functions together into one supreme consciousness to see what is the highest way of life. And then we wrote it down, and we scribed it for ourselves. And then after a year of living on the guide, a little bit over, people are like, bro, you are freaking ripped. Do you go to the gym? And I'm like, no. They're like, what? You don't go to the gym? I'm like, no. They're like, do you diet? I'm like, no. They're like, do you count calories? I'm like, no. They're like, what do you do? I'm like, I have it in my journal here. Your journal, like, can I have it? I'm like, I'll sell it to you. They're like, okay, cool, I'll buy it. And people started buying my journal. And then some people started requesting, like, hey, and I called it the PDF because it was a PDF document back then. And I was like, cool. And then people are like, hey, do you have this in book form? Like, do you have it in like a physical copy? I'm like, no. They're like, if you get a physical copy, I'll buy it from you. So I'm like, all right, I guess we need to publish this thing and actually put it out there. And then I just call it the guide, because like it's just what has guided me to this higher way. And then people just kept buying it, and they still buy it to this day. So it's crazy. Like, I never intended on selling it ever. I made the guide because I got injured. I need to know, like, bro, why do I have breasts? Like, what's going on? How do I heal? Blah, 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 all this other stuff. Lay's gums were bleeding, so she was going through stuff. I was losing my eyesight. And then Sasha was super inflamed and had a cyst on her chest. So I made this in love for my family. I made this because I'm like, I can't let my family deteriorate. I got to like help them and be here. So I made this guide with them out of love for ourselves so that we can live together longer and hopefully forever. And then people just start seeing how attractive and young they look. Like, Sasha's older than me, but people think she's like a teenager. Same thing with Lay. They think that she's like a teenager. But, you know, Lay's 31 and Sasha is 40, and people are like, what? What? They look like young adults, teenagers, stuff like that. And then people are like, what do you guys do? We do the guide, and people start just buying the guide from us, which I love because people saw the results in us, and that's what made them want to buy, and not me trying to sell them or convince them. I'm a horrible negotiator. I can negotiate good, but I'm a horrible convincer, because to me, it's a waste of time. Like, if people don't believe, like, I'm not trying to try to make you believe. Like, it's a waste of energy. So I don't put much effort into it. But the fact that people see us like, bro, your results are undeniable, that makes life a lot easier for me. I don't have to sell or anything like that. So yeah, that's the guide. That's where it came from.
Yay. So on, where did we go?
Oh, that burns, bro.
KHDR on YTS. Are red potatoes okay to eat or yuca?
Those are two totally different things. Red potatoes and yuca are two completely different things for two totally different functions. If you have the guide, you'll understand like how to utilize them and approach them. But yuca's okay in the beginning of the guide with a very specific preparation method. While red potatoes, I would say stay away from for at least like 9 months, maybe even a year. Yeah. Once you have the guide, it kind of makes sense to like, oh, I see the categories and like how to, organize this and everything else and like the structure of it. They're not bad per se, but you don't want red potatoes in the very beginning, and you don't want just any type of yuca preparation. You want to prepare in a very specific way. You do that, it's all good. It's all good, bro.
And B. Ron Water. Oh, Cesar is here, or Cesar is here.
Cesar?
Yeah, he said the guide is number
369?
one. No. Journey of Love.
Oh, Journey of Love from the Discord?
Discord, yes.
Yo, bro. I love you, man.
He said the guide is number one.
Number one, baby.
So B.
Number uno. Like, how do you say number one in Korean? Irban. Irban. Sound Arabic. Irban. Well, what's up? Check. Chego. They say it right? Chego.
That's right.
Yo, Chego. Yo, Chego. Yo, Chego. Chego.
B. Ron
Chego.
Waters asked, what's better to ask questions on Instagram or YouTube? Both is great.
So we're on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yes.
So Facebook, MikeyBreathes Official, like page, my like page. Facebook personal page, MikeyBreathes, period. You guys can see, man, I just posted like a love post yesterday of like some of the girls I've been with. I say some because I mean, this is like a very few. But I just felt so sentimental. I'm like, man, I've had so many relationships in my life. I like Facebook, my personal Facebook, because I can just post whatever without being judged. Because like, all the other stuff is like MikeyBreathes. Like, people are like, we're not here to see you kiss these women, Mikey. We want to hear about losing fat or fasting. And I'm like, all right, bro, here's some health stuff. So like the Instagram, the YouTube's for lives. That's what the YouTube's for, and clips of the live. That's it. The Instagram's for like, hey, here's my frontal face. Most people on Instagram. The Facebook personal page is for me just to blast whatever I want, bro. Whatever I want. And then the like page is kind of like a blast everything on MikeyBreathes. I put everything on there. Old videos, new videos, post, this, that, testimony. So everything's on the YouTube, the Facebook like page. Then we have our private Discord community where that's where the power's at. I go ahead and just charge that whole community with Mikey power with my defibrillator hands. And people get super fast results. That's where my community is. That's where they get the fastest results. You sign up for a year, you get the guide for free and updated copies of it. That's also the place to ask me like long form questions. Hey, Mikey, blah, 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 blah. Here's what I'm personally going through. What should I do? Okay, you should do X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And they usually last for like, my responses to people in the Discord are like anywhere from like 20 to sometimes 40 minutes long for one response. Hey, Mikey, red potato or yuca? That would be like a 15-minute long answer. I would tell them the preparation and the red and when to eat. So I go into like super detail in the Discord community. And also that's where people get their weekly training. So you can get the Evolutionary Mastery program, which I think it's already full. So there's no spots left. I already have enough members on that. And then you have the intensive monitoring program, which we meet 5 days a week and have one power sesh, like a power talk, once a week. I think there's like a few spots there open, but they're like most of them are already taken. And yeah, so that's like getting a daily dose of Mikey, like one-on-one, like every single day. So yeah, either way. So yeah, the Discord's where it's at, where the power's at. All right, what else we got, Sash?
Yes. So I am asking.
So yeah, Instagram, you can ask on Instagram, YouTube, wherever, it doesn't matter. But
Kristen,
if you ask on Facebook, I'm sorry, if you ask on YouTube, we can put the question up
yes.
at the bottom. Oh yeah, if you haven't already, go to MikeyBreathes.com. It's the website to get everything.
And Kristen Berg said Alpha God.
Alpha God.
And Victoria.
This is the Beta God. Who is Beta God?
I don't know.
So if there's an Alpha God, who's Beta God? Because God level is still God level. So even if it's a Beta God, I'm just saying. So would Athena be a Beta God to Zeus? All right, what's up?
So Victoria said, sorry, I'm new here. How long have you not eaten food for?
Well, how many days has it been since I ate would be the better phrasing, because I still eat food. I love food. Food's amazing. It's so powerful. I think weak people are trying to be strong by not eating. That's not what I'm already strong. I'm already beautiful. I'm already sexy and talented, and I know it, babe. So I'm not trying to starve myself to prove anything. That's stupid. I'm just going to the next level of life, and right now I'm just hungry. So I haven't eaten in roughly like what, 61 days, 62 days?
62.
Hey, 62. Not that I'm trying to not eat. I'm just on such a high level because of the guide and everything else that I've been in the guide for like 5.5 years. I now don't eat every single day, and I operate like this, and I'm super powerful, right? But if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what the guide is, you need to eat every single day. Hey, baby girl, honey pot, little sugar boo boo, don't you starve that pretty little face of yours. You just need good things to eat. And if you're not as hungry, just don't eat as much, but you still need to eat, dog. And then when you get like Daddy Mikey, you get like 3 years in, and then you can think about, okay, well, I'm not hungry. Should I not eat? Because you don't just not eat. Now that you don't eat, you now have a responsibility and obligation. Now you're held to it. And that's the whole purpose of what you go into afterwards. Most people are not eating like, I'm not eating, but they're not doing anything. They're just not eating. When you come to this level, it's with a purpose. You're here for a reason. And when you apply that reason, you fulfill why the person wouldn't even be eating in the first place. You're not just doing it to not eat. That's stupid. Like, you now have a mission, and you're doing the mission.
Beautiful. And Noelle Andrew said,
Merry Christmas.
How did you come out with the handle name Mikey Breathes?
Oh, well, breathes is something that everybody does, and it's very relatable. Like, just breathe to relax. Like, you need to relax. Breathe. You're stressed out, breathe. You want to be more connected and present, like it's just something that everybody does, because there's people who don't eat, there's people who drive fast, but everybody breathes. So I thought, like, it's the most universal thing I could say or tag or associate myself with is breath, because everybody does it. People are like, okay, Mikey, what you're doing, is it for guys who are like underweight, who want to gain weight? Do you breathe? Yeah. Then yes, it's for you. What about guys who are older and like trying to need to lose weight? Do you breathe? Yeah. Then yes. What about women? Is it for women, Mikey? Do you breathe? Yeah. Then yes, it's for you too. So like it makes it universal. Whether you're a kid or an adult or young or old or black and white and this and that, if you breathe, this way of life that I'm mentioning is for you. It's not that it's based around breathing, but I'm saying, like, if you're a breathing conscious human, then yes, the guide will impact your life drastically. So that's how I kind of came up with the name Mikey Breathes. Mikey, because I'm a very hard guy. I am so intimidating. I'm not trying to say like, okay, I'm some Navy SEAL, bro, and when I come in I'm not saying that, but like my presence usually intimidates people because I'm so stern. I got my resting bee face all the time when I'm going. I'm just like so focused. Right now I'm talking to you guys, so there's a little bit like play and banter, right? But if I'm just going or driving, I'm so focused. Usually people are intimidated by me. So I came up with the name Mikey, which I've never been called Mikey my entire life. Like, no one's ever called me Mikey. Maybe some girls, right? From like school, like maybe like high school, like, oh, Mikey, like just playing around, stuff like that. But like, never have I ever, like no one's ever called me Mikey. So when I made Mikey Breathes, it was roughly like 3-4 years ago. I'm thinking, how can I seem more not as intense to people? Because I'm already so intense. So if I come out like, my name is Michael Ferguson, people are like, whoa, bro, like, I'll just appeal to like the hard dudes and like instead of the women. So like Mikey is like, it's fun, it's playful, stuff like that. It kind of puts me in a state like, hey, just have fun, bro. Like, it's all good. It's all good, homie. So it kind of like gets me into state, and it gets the people like relatable and stuff like that. So Mikey Breathes.
Beautiful. And actually, we have Dibbles and Snibbles
Dibbles,
said,
snibbles.
I'm curious about joining the Discord slash the guide. Could you talk about the person in the Discord who stopped being trans? I've had kind of crazy feelings of being trans since I was a kid. And that's what was the reason I got super into health, because I felt like something was wrong with me. Okay, and then there you go.
They have
But
more, or was that it?
there is one part, but I don't know if you want.
Good, I'll read it.
I've also had
We're here. Okay.
where that was the central theme.
Oh, excuse me. All right, cool. So like, most people look at me and they think like, okay, this guy's about fitness. No. This guy's about gym culture. No. This guy's about health. I actually think health is a made-up word. I don't think it's, I actually don't believe in health. I use the word and the term to relate with people because they understand it, and that's the closest thing that we can talk about, but I actually don't even believe in health. So when people see me, they think all these things, right? But when you actually see what it is I do, like the people in the Discord or the people who have actually received the guide, I care nothing about those things. I care about one solitary thing, which is life itself. That's all I actually care about. What is life? And I embrace that and I go towards that. Okay, is this life? 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 And then I've obtained this, what's got me these results as far as looking healthy and fit and everything else. So I show the people in my Discord, my community, hey, quit trying to be healthy, quit trying to diet, quit trying to do this, that. Those things are distractions. Start looking towards life. Where is life? And when people finally see the light of life, they're like, oh my God, I see how I've been hating myself. I see all my self-sabotage and my abuse and everything else. And then when they actually get their eyes on life, because I point them like, look, that is life, okay? That's what it is. And like, I see it. They're like, I can't be this thing anymore. So there was a guy recently, and I'm not against anything. I don't care I don't care whatever. You can be whatever you want. You can be lesbian and trans and pan and ambiguous. I don't care. I personally don't care. I'm focused on life. But I've had multiple people, and there's a person recently who just came in my Discord, and he's been gay all of his life. Remember, I don't care what you are. It does not matter to me. Okay? I don't get more money if you stay trans or this or that, or I don't get paid by anybody. All right? I'm just pointing towards life. Life supplies for me, right? So as I point towards life, people see it, and there's a person in there. He's like, dude, I've been gay like all my life. Is what he was saying. And then he said, like, for the first time ever, he's actually developing attraction towards women. He's like, dude, for the first time in my life, I've actually developed attraction towards women. And he's like, I've never had this feeling before, but it's like, once I got in the guide, like all of a sudden everything started like to restructure. And then like all of a sudden, like I have an attraction. So he's like, I tried it. I went on a date with a girl the other day. It went great and it was awesome. I'm like, well, I can actually see myself having a family. He's like, I don't know if I'm not gay anymore. Maybe I'm just bi, but right as far as it is right now, for the first time in my life, I'm actually attracted to women. So him focusing on life has like realigned and restructured his life to be procreative, and have the ability to. Another person who was trans came in, same thing. They've been trans for years, like decades, like over 10 years. I don't know how long. Do y'all know how long exactly
Not sure.
Mark was? No? I don't know how long, but it was well over 10 years, if not like 15 years. All of her life. Again, I don't care. Stay trans, don't be, I don't care. I don't care. But when you look at life, you have to decide, like, do I want life and consciousness, regeneration? Like, do I actually want to live, or do I want to keep abusing myself? I'm not saying that being trans or being gay is abusive towards yourself, but I'm saying you do actions that lead to certain results, which influences your consciousness. So it's a byproduct. Everything is steroids, surgery, all this stuff, right? Hormonal stuff, that's all a byproduct or a result of abuse somewhere else that a person's not aware of. But when you go into the light of life, it exposes this stuff to you and like, oh snap, I gotta stop abusing myself. And then these things come by default. So once Mark saw what life actually is, he was like, I can't be trans anymore. I can't live this life. I even tried to like slightly talk him out of him, like, yo, don't be so eager. I told him, like, look, bro, I don't care if you are or not. You don't have to change. Like, I don't care if you change or not, okay? And he's like, no, I see the light. And he's like, I can't live this life you speak of in the guide and continue taking these chemicals and doing I can't do this to myself anymore. So he stopped being trans. He lost a bunch of weight. He was like bloated and all this other stuff. He got more mental clarity after. He's like, man, I feel so much better. Like, it's so much easier to think. I sleep better. And he went to his natural male body, cut his hair like a male. And then he's like, bro, this is the best I felt in like decades. So that was the story of Mark, who was trans and then, you know, came after. There's another girl in our community as well named Melissa. She saw a light. She's like, holy crap, Mikey, I see what you're saying. And she's like, if I'm going to continue living this life that you're talking about here in the guide, I can't have breast implants. So she's like, because of the guide, I'm going to take out my breast implants because it's poisoning me. Like, I see it. I see how they were my insecurity. I'm abusing my, and all this other stuff. Like, these people are having their own epiphanies. I'm not telling them to do it. I'm not telling her to take out her breast implants. I'm not telling this person here, but I'm just pointing them to life. And when you see life, like, everything makes sense. And you come to such clear-minded decisions, and life becomes so much easier and effortless. So yeah, this is a few right there out of the many.
Yeah.
Many. Ooh,
And
it's an amazing thing. So like, so okay, cool. So these are some of the results on the guide, right? Now this is crazy because like, dude, your little fitness plan, your little diet, okay, you're a nutritionist, okay, you're a doctor. You're not gonna make a person stop being trans. They're not gonna come to life like, I actually want to live. Your fitness plan ain't gonna do that, bro. Your dietary guideline rules of like health and your carnivore, your veganism isn't going to be like, dude, I'm not gay anymore. Well, I actually feel better. It's not going to be like, oh, I need to take my breast implants out. No, it's, if anything, the gym culture diminishes a woman's value and makes them want to get breast implants. It's the opposite. It makes them want to poison themselves, shove foreign objects in their chest, their lips, reshape their face because they hate themselves. They're not secure with themselves. But when I point these people towards life, they're like, hey, I love they start loving themselves for the first time. And then these results happen. He's not gay anymore. She's getting her breast taken out, her breast implants. He's not a trans. Like, I'm not against any of these things. Do whatever you want. There's nothing in the guide about any of that stuff. But I have you look towards life. And when you look towards life, that's where the real change happens. So when a person's asking me about fasting, they're asking me about like, well, what about diets? What about a caloric deficit, Mike? You can't lose weight without a caloric deficit. I'm like, bro, it's just low thinking. That's why I say it's stuff stupid. And I'm like, do you think a person coming to a higher level of life and no longer hating themselves and changing their orientation on their partners and their preferences is correlated to like, well, caloric deficit? You need to make sure to eat carbs on a cycle. That's stupid. When people are actually coming to life. That's why I call all these things veganism and fasting and carnivore. It's all stupid because it's just people manipulating and compensating for them not knowing themselves. But when I show people what they are and I point them to what life is, that's where the real change occurs. That's what I focus on. I don't care about losing weight or muscles. That's why I say muscles are stupid. Losing weight's stupid. What's life? And let's all go towards that. And when you go towards life, you look lively. You look alive. You just look more alive. And when you're more alive, you see what's actually going on. You see what you've been doing yourself, and you can no longer be these self-destructive things anymore. Very powerful.
so
Way higher than a fitness plan, some sort of gym routine or some BS like that. It's like, dude, this is actual life. That's why I say there's nothing more powerful than the guide. No fitness routine, no gym is going to do those results that we just talked about. And that's just personal preferences. Now, it's regenerated teeth. There are people who had cracks in their teeth and cavities. The guides regenerated their teeth. There's a guy who had Tourette's all of his life. He was born with Tourette's. He had it from childhood all the way on. This man is 58 years old. He's had Tourette's all of his life. He lived a few months on the guide. His Tourette's completely went away. Regenerated his brain. He never had Tourette's again. Born with a condition, lived with it all of his life, went to pathologists and everything else, speech pathologists and everything else. Never left. Got on the guide. Brain disorder went away. People with diabetes, psoriasis. What gym routine is going to do that? Get rid of Tourette's. So when these people are trying to tell you like, well, show me the study, show me this is like that's why it's perpetuated. Because they're trying to justify the world in the way of the world, to live counter to the way of the world by solidifying and confirming themselves in the way of the world. As long as you live the way of the world, you keep dying like the world. But when you throw that away and start living and looking at what life is, the Tourette's goes away. The man's like, yo, I'm not gay. The other dude's like, yo, I'm not going to be trans anymore. The girl's like, I can't have fake tits. I gotta start loving myself. That's why I say going to the gym is for the insecure and the weak, because they're just perpetuating them not knowing themselves. But when you come into knowing yourself, it's a completely different life. I know I look vain. I know I look like a gym dude. I know I look like all this stuff, but I'm like, man, none of that stuff matters. It's just about knowing and loving yourself. That's all I talk about. That's all my message actually is at the end of the day, is knowing what this is and loving yourself through it. That's a lot of what the guide is. Well, will the guide work for me if I, want to continue being vegan? It's not even about what you eat. It's not a workout plan or this. It's simply about what is this realm? What are we in? And who am I in it? And facing yourself. And once you face yourself, it answers all these questions. It actually gets rid of a lot of questions that you thought you had, because this one question answers everything. What is life? When the moment you answer that, all the stupid crap fades away and dissolves. So powerful, bro. So powerful. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go.
So Lucas said, hey, Mike, been a couple of months on it. Was already in OMAD for almost a year before I met you. Drunk a baby goat fresh red stuff for the first time from my farmer. I felt the power.
A baby goat? Dude, that's demonic, bro. Baby, let the baby live, bro. Get the mama goat, or like get a grown adult. I'm playing with you, but like, yeah, let the baby goat live, like, and get the adults.
And Tina asked how to connect to the source.
Tina, I love you. But think about it, baby doll. If the source is the source, that means it's the source. That means everything that you're seeing was sourced from the source, which means what you're in is the source, which means you're never not connected to the source, because everything you see is from the source. So you're inundated in the source. You're completely covered in it. You're saturated. You're permeated. You're created in the source. So there is no connecting to the source, because no matter what you do, you're only of the source. So there's no connect. So we manipulate ourselves like, well, how do I connect to the source? We lose ourselves in our own delusion. There is no connection to the source. Everything's the source. Because if it's the source, that means it came from the source. Now, if it's a god or a deity, and here's this over here, and this that, well, this is God, but that's not. Okay, this is good and that's bad. That's not me. I'm this. It's not everything. It's not everything. But if it's the source, that means it's the source. Hey, where are you sourcing your information from? Who is the originator of this? Hey, where did you source your raw materials from? Where's the origination point of this? Hey, where are you sourcing your goods? So where's the source of this stuff, right? Because the source is going to determine the legitimacy or the authenticity of what it is you're experiencing. Well, what you're experiencing here was all made of the source, so there's no way to not be connected, because as you look at anything, you're seeing the source. The sky, the land, the ground, the birds, the tree, the people, and everything else. So there's no need to connect to it, because you're in it. Now, what kind of relationship do you want to have with the source? That's what you should really be asking. You already connect to it. You're already experiencing it. You're experiencing me. So now what kind of relationship do you want to have to it and with it? How are you with nature? How are you with the things around you? How are you with people? How are you with your family? How are you with yourself? And that's how you're reacting with the source, because everything came from the source. So how do you connect with the source? You're already connected, but how are you connecting with the source? Okay, cool. How are you connecting with your friends, your colleagues, your work partners, your peers, your family, your subordinates, the people around you, your elders, the random person who is driving you in the Uber, the person who cut you off, the person at the grocery store bagging your stuff, the waiter who's stressed out. Like that's you connecting with source. How are you going to connect with that waiter who's busting their butt trying to get, tips and minimum wage and stuff like that to go live? And how are you going to connect with the person who, is homeless on the street? Like, how are you connecting with source? That's you connecting with source right there. Because you're already in source. Everything is of source. So like now how you interact with people and the land and the animals and everything else is going to be how you determine how you connect with it. It's not this spiritual, well, I'm connected with source. That's how people are retarded, and they're still jackasses in the spiritual community, because they want to meditate as if that's connecting with source. But connecting with source is looking your neighbor in the eye and treating them as you treat yourself, loving thy neighbor as thyself. whether black, white, poor, rich, or whatever. I don't ever tell you guys anything I wouldn't tell myself. I talk to myself the same way. That's how I got these results, because I go, again, I'm like very intense. I actually water it down for you guys. With me, I'm like, boom, let's go. I'm like, I'm in it, bro. So I cookie cutter it for you guys. I soften it. I butter it up. I sugar it up for you. I fluff it up because I don't want to be too hard on you. But in my head, I'm like, yo, because I'm okay with that. Because I'd never treat you in a way I'd never treat myself. Like I treat others how I want to be treated. I love the people around me. I might seem intense and hard, but man, I'm a lover, and I love people, and I'm here for people, and I show up for people. Because I understand when I'm doing this to another person, I'm actually doing it to myself. So how you treat other people is how you connect to source. So look at your track record. How do you treat the person yesterday? How you treat the person that you don't like? How you treat the person gossiping about you? How do you treat the person spreading rumors about you? How do you treat the person who doesn't like you? How do you treat the person who seems fake? Now the spiritual people are like, they're energy vampires, because they think connecting with source is like this imagination thing. They're playing la la land in their heads while they don't have any results, and no one likes them. Because like they can put up the facade for a little bit, but man, like in the beginning they'll be like, oh, you're a blessing, and then they can't keep that facade up, and they're like, oh, you're a demon. Well, what am I? Am I a blessing or a demon? Like, am I an angel? Like, did my wings get cut? Like, I grow a tail all of a sudden overnight? Because they have no structure, no grounds. It's all intangible. They can't even prove anything. They're just saying stuff because I think connecting with sources is their own mind. Their own mind is their manipulation. You connect with source by seeing everything out here and being in the best energy with it. People who hate you, people who love you, people who praise you, people who shame you. And that's how you're connecting with source. It's not a mental thing. It's not a meditation. It's not a prayer or anything. That's stupid. That's moronic. Open your eyes and see the source that's right here before you. And go connect with it. Live harmonious with it. That's how you connect to source. Makes sense?
Yes.
Was it Virginia? Or Veronica? It was V, right? Anyway, yeah. So she's gonna find it.
I would have to roll back.
Okay, cool. It was V.
Okay.
I think it's Veronica. Or
Anyway.
Val. All right, what's up?
Okay. Going to the next on YouTube.
That makes sense to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like all this spiritual woo-woo crap are for lame
Tina.
Tina.
Yes.
Not even close. What was there? Wasn't there a Veronica earlier or something like that? Either way, cool. Tina, I love you, Tina. I want to make sure to say your name because that's me connecting with source. I want to remember your name, Tina. Okay, Tina. What's up, Bob's Burger? Hey guys.
And
So anyway, I want to say, because this spiritual mumbo jumbo is people deceiving themselves in their own head, thinking that they're greater than what they are. Oh, they're an energy. If somebody ever says two things, right? If somebody ever says, I'm so conscious, it's draining to me because I see how bad the world is, and it's just like, oh, I'm so conscious for it. That person's actually proclaiming their own weakness. Because if you were more conscious, you would know a sustainable rate at which to approach things consciously to where it wouldn't be draining. So for the sheer fact of a person admitting that them being super aware is actually a burden shows that they're not as aware as they think they are, and they're inflating it in their own mind. First thing. Second thing is when people see other people as energy vampires. Oh, they're just an energy vampires. What they're actually doing is proclaiming their own weakness. I'm so anemic in my own energy that if a person even gets around me, I can't. All they're saying is they're weak. If you can't do this, then you are weaker than the thing there. So they're weaker than the vampire. So they're weak. They're not even training themselves up. They're just complaining. Well, then build your own stamina to where like you can have 1,000 energy vampires, source, people, real people. They love animals more than people. It's just so stupid. People will love an animal more than their fellow man and human. It's how manipulate they are. Don't even get me started on AI. Don't even get me started on that. But anyway, if a person doesn't have enough energy to tolerate a person or have enough transmutative energy to turn something that would deplete them into something that would strengthen them, like, okay, you're around an energy vampire, they're taking your energy. Okay, take that situation and transmute it into something that would give you energy with them. If you're so powerful, if you're so spiritual, but they're not, they're weak. That's why they complain. So those two people there, man, like, don't be fooled by their crap. Energy vampires, people who say ego. The word ego is a fake, false words to manipulate other people. You're in your ego, usually from very egotistical people. Like they're the very fulfillment of what they're saying. Like, yes, you are what you're saying. As you see me, so you are. It's a manipulative thing. Guilt, shame, stuff like that, manipulation. Energy vampires, weak-minded. Spiritually hiding people, but they don't even love the people in front of them. Fake. If you can't love your neighbor as yourself, your spirituality is a farce. It's a piece of crap. Just flush the toilet. If you can't love the very person right in front of you, I don't care if it's your ex-wife, I don't care if it's your ex-husband, I don't care if it's if you can't love them or put out good energy or not be effective in a way to where like you don't become sour and bitter, then you're weak. You're a weak person. Just admit it. And we'll toss you out like the rest of the trash. All right, next.
All right. So Nick asked, "Hello, Mikey. Can you explain?"
Is this Nick?
Yes.
Is this Nick?
From Malaysia? Yes, Nick.
Nick from Malaysia.
Said, "Hello, Mikey."
He's gonna go page by page. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna ask this question.
Let's go.
He's like, "I'm gonna get the guide just by asking all these questions." Hey, Mikey, what does page 1 of the guide say? Tell me. Hey, Mikey, what does page 2 of the guide say? Tell me. It's a good way to get the guide. I don't have that kind of time, but it's a good way to get the guide.
He said, "Hello, Mikey. Could you explain why any form of therapy is not recommended to be practiced?"
I never said that. Look, it's a cool question, but I never said any form of therapy is not to be practiced. I never said that. I don't think that. So I can't tell you why that, because I don't believe that. Yeah, go to therapy, bro. I have nothing against therapy. Physical therapy, psychological. I don't mind interventions. Alcohol Anonymous. I think some therapy is great. I'm not against therapy. I never have been. It's not my thing. You need to be conscious yourself and take it on yourself to be aware. Don't just rely on your therapist or whoever is helping you. Like, take some accountability and responsibility for yourself. But I never negated the power of therapy or intervention or like talking to people and bouncing ideas off. Friends, that's what friends are for. Friends are therapy, man. No, the gym is not therapy. Those are just insecure people who don't know anything and they're heavily insecure and they're running from themselves. But I mean, actual therapy, I have nothing against therapy. Never have. As long as you are present and engage with life in that moment, don't just vent to a therapist and then go out and like don't take accountability in your life. Kind of like the movie Backrooms. Great example, right? Backrooms, if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil anything for you, but the dude's going to a therapist, but this dude's like not taking accountability for his own life. He's blaming everybody else. Like, don't go to your therapist and vent, go to your therapist and get tools to take action in your own life to make it better. So you ain't tricking me, bro. Hey, Mikey, yes, I agree with you. Why? Therapy is horrible and we should never get it. Well, why? I'm like, what? I never said that.
Which Nicole said, "Such a breath of fresh air, and we love you."
Nicole, that's why my name is Mikey Breathes. Because I'm a breath of fresh air. So next time somebody's like, bro, where'd you get your name from, bro? Yo, where's Mikey Breathes from, bro? Where'd you get this breeze from, bro? You a breatharian, bro? I'm like, no, this is a breath of fresh air.
And then Dibbles and Snibbles said, "Hey, Mikey, what's page 1 of the guide say?"
Shut the not playing, I'm playing. What is page 1 of the guide? Can you give it to me? Where's it at? What is the copyright? But where's that? I'll read a page for you guys. It's story time.
It's story time. What a treat.
Page 1 of the guide is actually blank and it says the copyright 20 whatever year it is. We renew it all every year or whatever. I can't be. This is the first page of the guide. Lays right. It's blank. You gotta get that little buffer in there so I can get these 340 pages, right? Bam! Page 1 of the guide. The life guide. All rights reserved. And it's like so bright, right? Nibbles and snibbles and bribbles and bribbles. Okay, now this is the like actual first page, besides like the little illustrated thing that remember I spoke the guide, but the ladies made it. Like, so they illustrated it and chose the font and put it together, especially Lay in the very beginning. Well, it was just our journal. She'd actually like write all the stuff down. Like, I would get, okay, we're going to do this. And she'd document it and put it in. And then her and Sash came through and like really illustrated and made it like a legitimate published piece of work. And it looks beautiful like this. So you can thank the ladies for this. But this is the actual first page of the guide. And this is the only thing I say you must do, okay? It says this. It says you must read this guide every single day. That's the only rule. I don't care if you read one sentence, one paragraph, one page. You don't have to read the whole guide every single day, but you have to read it every single day because there is specific sequences of shapes and symbols in there that are charged. They're like voltaged up in a sense that when you see this phrasing, this syntax, this structure, this grammatical structure of interpretation, it will hit you like a lightning bolt and it will charge you for the day. So this is your nutrition in a sense. So you eat this thing. It doesn't replace food or anything like that, but you eat this and you take it in. There's your boy. Oh, if I ever want to show the testimony, I can show this right here. Here's my bald head. So my head was here, my bald old head, and then I grew my hair back over here. Look at that bald spot. It was even more bald back there, but now it filled in and it's all good now. It's coming through. It's come through even more since then, but it's kind of like an on-off thing. Woo! Then you have some testimonies in the beginning, disclaimer, what the guide may help with. So these are the things that we've seen so far. And this is not even all of them, but these are some things the guides have to help with so far. Awareness of and understanding your own body signals. So like knowing like, what does this mean? What does that mean? Everything else. Heighten your senses, skin issues, acne, eczema, psoriasis, growth, cysts, discoloration, skin pigmentation, inflammation, regulating hormones, regulating blood sugar, regulating hunger levels, your relationship with food and eating, digestion and absorption, nutrients, constipation, bloating, water retention, regulating emotions and moods, body sensitivity, strengthening the nervous system. And these are all things that have actually happened for people. So it's like, well, it might help. No, these are all like legitimate testimonies that we have documented so far that people have been regenerated from or have enhanced in and everything else. Oral health and bad breath, plaque buildup in the mouth, naturally healing cavities, whitened teeth, breathing easier, strengthening bones, no more snoring, no more apnea, strengthening eyesight, insomnia, deeper sleep, sweating, body odor, better mental health, confidence, stress and anxiety, depression. This is like such a short list too. Aging, low energy, reducing pain, headaches, migraines, brain fog, greater awareness, mental clarity, regulating menstrual cycles. There's been two women who have regained their menstrual cycle since being on the guide. One girl lost it for 10 years because she developed osteoporosis in her bones, completely dried up her period. She could not have her period anymore. After getting on a power session, which is like a one-on-one call with me, you can find them on MikeyBreathes.com under power sessions. Where would that be at? That's in a specific tab, right? So you go to MikeyBreathes.com and you go to the drop-down menu. You can go to shop.
Yep. Shop and then
What's it called?
power session.
No, but there's like a certain thing there.
Testimonies?
No, that's testimonies.
What you looking for?
The category that would be in. It would be under Prime Protocols. So if you go to MikeyBreathes.com, hit the drop-down menu, and then shop, you go to, you go to Prime Protocols, there's a power session right there.
Okay.
Boom, in power session. She had a power session with me. And after that first power session, which was like 2 weeks later, she regained her menstrual cycle, her period, after 10 years of not having it. She has not had a menstrual cycle or bled in 10 years. She got on the guide, had a power session. Within 2 weeks, she got her menstrual cycle back. 2 weeks. So we're talking about people regenerating from Tourette's and diabetes, cysts, menstrual cycles. 10 years, gone. Got her menstrual cycle back. There was another woman who was she's postmenopausal. She had menopause. She went through menopause when she was 53. At the current time, she's 56, like right now. And by being on the guide after a month, she got her menstrual cycle back. Postmenopausal. She's like, dude, I'm bleeding again. Like I'm actually getting my period. Postmenopausal for 3 years, has not had a menstrual cycle. Was on the guide for 1 month, got her period back. That's how powerful this is. Very powerful stuff. So I'm saying, like there's not like your little gym routine's not going to do this. Like a little, here's my fitness plan workout thing and blah blah blah. There's nothing like this. This is the most powerful thing. It's not a book. It's not some sort of get rich quick thing, because there's a lot of ways to get more money than selling this thing, because this is total accountability, total responsibility. You have to want to love yourself. Ozempic, right? Just give me a shot, I lose weight, right? Mikey, can you just give me a straight answer? This is the straightest answer I can give. Right? Ozempic. Okay, come in. Here's your shot. No accountability, no self-love, no love for self, no actually being here for yourself. Come and get a shot. This year, you have to face yourself. You have to look at yourself. You have to face life and what life has been showing you, and take accountability, full responsibility for all that. So, yeah. But guess what? Menstrual cycles come back. Osteoporosis goes away. The Tourette's goes away. Psoriasis, diabetes, irregular hormonal issues like high levels of estrogen regulated, thyroid issues like I think hypothyroidism in one person. We've had so many. I have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of testimonies. So if you want to see them, go to my Facebook page, because I have so many testimonies, man. I have so many testimonies I can't post them all. I don't have enough social media apps to post them all on. So yeah. All right, next.
Yo, so actually, Nate, I did not see your question. If
Nate, just ask again. You
Yeah,
guys,
ask it
if you have a question, just keep asking it.
And then Tina said, if I didn't have period, I'd be happy AF. Why do women have to suffer having menstruation?
Women don't have to suffer through having menstruations. You're just treating your body like crap, so that process is very hard on you. Pooping doesn't have to be bad. Sasha, just get it out, girl. You're good. Just get it out, Sasha. So anyway, so pooping doesn't have to be bad, but people still experience constipation. Man, why do I have to suffer from pooping? If I had to poop, it wouldn't be that bad. Like, no, bro, you're just constipated because you've been jacking up your body. When everything flows right, it comes out so easy. Same thing with your menstruation. Sasha doesn't have menstruation cramps. Lay doesn't have menstruation cramps. Any girl who's with me for a long enough time, longer than a week, stops having painful periods, because that menstrual cycle is because you've been jacking your body up the rest of the month, the rest of the year, the past half a decade, the past decade. So when the stuff comes out, you're, in a sense, detoxing so much crap it hurts, and it causes cramps because you're dehydrated and all these other things. So the menstrual cycle doesn't have to be suffering. You just jacked your body up so much, you're suffering because of the actions that you've done. But your menstrual cycle is very natural, very easy, very flowing. Sasha, you're a woman. You want to give some insight about how your menstrual cycle is? Wait, you just finished yours, right? Like yesterday. How was this menstrual cycle for you?
Well, this one was a little bit different than usual, but my usual menstrual cycle is pretty like smooth,
You have pain?
chill, no pain.
Are you debilitated?
No,
You have cramps?
no, never.
Never has cramps. Never debilitated. Super smooth. Just clean your mess.
And it's not heavy or like super light. It's neither of the two.
Yes, it's not super light, like a little, drip. It's not heavy, like flowing. It's just like kind of mid.
Mhm.
And it's natural and it flows and it's easy. It's been like that for a decade.
For a while now.
Yeah, for some time. So yeah, so your menstrual cycle does not have to be debilitating. Lay had debilitating menstrual cycles when I first met her. Now, Lay, how's your menstrual cycles? Good. Excuse me. So they don't have to be, but you're just not taking care of yourself. And that's why they are. That menstrual cycle is trying to tell you what's going on inside your body so you can fix it. But if you don't listen, you're going to have troubles later. So if you don't listen to it now, you think that's just the menstrual cycle, then you're just going to blind you to what it's actually trying to say, and you're going to have greater stipulations later. So you really pay attention to it. But yeah, you don't have bad menstrual cycles. It's just that you treat yourself like crap, and now your menstrual cycles are bad or they're painful to you. I'm talking about every girl I've ever been with. I've been with plenty. When they come and live with me for some time, they have the easiest, smoothest periods they've ever had in their life. They didn't even know that it could be like that. Women sometimes are out for a day. They take a whole day off because they can't walk. I've seen it. I'm around women constantly. But once they get on the guide, it's like, oh, hey, I'm on my period. Psh, normal, natural. Just clean your mess and everything else. That's about it.
And Nate asked, how do we move past our own detriment so that we can, Nate?
Okay, Nate.
How can we move past our own detriment so that we can heal from diseases? Thank you.
Nate, what do you mean by move past our own detriment? What do you mean? What is your detriment? there are things that are detrimental to you, but what do you mean your own detriment? Like there's nothing about you in your essence that's detrimental. But what you do or intake, your environment, your surroundings, or what you're not aware of, in a sense, I guess, might be what you're saying, could end up being detrimental to you. But you and of yourself, you don't have detriment to move past. So if you think there is, you always be blinded to it, and you'll start living in a realm that you think that you have to move past your detriment, and you become ineffective in that realm, and actually probably become detrimental to yourself in that way.
And David on Facebook asked,
I want to say more about the menstrual cycle though.
Okay, yeah.
Like you ladies you are the most manipulated out of the bunch. You're the easiest to manipulate. So you will put makeup on and chemicals, you'll slather your body in petroleum. Like you are so easy to manipulate. And I'm telling you this to break the curse, to open your eyes. Like you have to know you are very easy to manipulate. And when you know you're very easy to manipulate, it makes you harder to manipulate. If you think in your head, like, I'm pretty easy to manipulate, and you keep that in mind, you'll start noticing how you're being manipulated in your environment. It's the opposite. But if you think that you're not easy to manipulate, you will be easier to manipulate. So it's the opposite. If you think that you're not easy to manipulate, you're easy to manipulate. If you think that you're easy to manipulate, you become harder to manipulate. Women are manipulated because they put all these toxins on their body, on their face, in their hair. They are slathering and bathing themselves in chemicals, and it's destroying their eggs. It's destroying their ovaries. It's destroying their system, their glands, their hormones. You're just suffocating your skin. You're absorbing all these chemicals in. It's destroying all of your functions. And now you have horrible menopause, like transitions. You have horrible periods. You have irregulated moods and emotions because all these things are in your life and you're just absorbing them, and it makes you unstable. You got to stop buying what you're being sold. You're being sold all this stuff, but like none of it's real. Oh, you need to lose weight. Oh, you need this cream. Oh, you need this serum. Oh, you need this beauty routine. Oh, you need this for your hair. Oh, you need this under your eye. Wait, those girls who were young, man, who were like 20 doing these beauty routines, wait till they're 40. You don't know what pills they're on and what they're taking behind the scenes. But I tell you, chemicals catch up to everybody. No one's resistant to chemicals. You slather lotion on your body every single day. You slather serums on your face. You put conditioners and stuff in your hair, PEG80 and all this other stuff, and 120. Like, that's going to fry your ovaries. It's going to destroy your cognition, your neurological pathways. It's going to make you unstable. And the menstrual cycle being heavy like that is a sign that your body's fried on the inside from everything you're taking. Scented candles, perfume, sprays, colognes, lotions, all that stuff. So just know that, yo, you're the easiest to manipulate. And if you're buying that crap, you are manipulated. This is me unbiasedly. I don't even know who you are. I don't care. I don't get money. I don't get more money from you from not buying their stuff. I don't get anything from you. I'll just let you know, the pads, the tampons, the pants. You know, this whole thing came out about Lululemon recently, about their yoga pants and blah, 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 right? Oh man, their yoga pants they're made out of polyester that's horrible for women's reproductive systems. Women are still wearing Lululemon. Because you fall back into, well, I got to. You're so manipulated. You're your own captor. You put the chain around your own neck and in your own nose, and you're the one pulling yourself by their brand. You got to snap out of it, man. You don't have to, but I'm just saying, like, it's a better life whenever you're free from all that stuff. The women here are so beautiful. They don't wear any makeup. They don't wash their hair. There's no deodorant. There's no spray. There's no all this crap. I've been with so many women and so many dates, man. Like, I just here alone, man, just in this country here, I don't know how many women I've been with, but like, I've taken it easy in this country specifically because I'm more so on a very specific path right now, and I'm really trying to consolidate my energy. But I've been with probably like roughly like 10 women so far, I guess, something like that. I don't know. And months I was in the Philippines, I was with 14. The 1 month I was in Bolivia, I was with 5. So I'm like every country, I'm at least with like, I don't know, 5, 6 women, something like that. Every country. I've been traveling to a new country every other month for the last 6 years. So you can tally that up. And even in America, I was meeting up with sometimes 4 or 5 women. So there was a day I met up with 4 women. Women are great. I love them. They're not objects to me. I just love the experience of them. So I'm not saying it's like an object, but what I'm saying is like I have seen all skin colors, all skin types, all sizes, all shapes of women, all cycles, all men. I am there. I am talking to them. I'm not just hit to quit. I actually ask them how you doing, what's going on, stuff like that. And a lot of these women have bloating, water retention, horrible periods, skin pigmentation, rashes. They take bipolar medication. You can see their hair is very dry, even if they, you know, put stuff in it because they still dye it. And like women are going through the most, and they have to stop, especially with the new chat bots coming up. If you guys notice, any relational text that you give to a chat bot is always going to point you towards isolation. Because divided, you are weak. If you're not with people, you are the weakest person, and the weakest person is the easiest to manipulate. So when you're talking to your chat bot and it's telling you to focus on yourself, separate self-worth, self-value, which is a very stupid thing. Self-worth is so, it's so manipulative, and it's destroying so many people's lives, because all these people are still single and they're not happy, because we as humans are made to be together. But you listen to any response, and if you can like read under the surface and like go past what it's saying and see what it's actually pointing to, it's always pointing you to isolation. Be alone. Because when you're alone, you don't have any other voices talking in your ear, and it can control you. Heavy manipulation. And they could sell you stuff. That chat bot can tell you to isolate yourself, and they could tell you a skin routine, a beauty routine from the marketers who are paying it to tell you and feed you this information. And you have you won't trust anybody else, because now the chat bot told you everyone's deceptive. You need to work on yourself and all this other stuff. There's nothing to work on. Working on yourself is the stupidest thing ever. Most people think, okay, he's a spiritual guy, he's a fitness guy, he's a self-help guy. I think working on yourself is stupid. I think working on yourself is moronic. People have never heard anybody say this. I think working on yourself is the dumbest approach of distraction that there actually is. Working on yourself, because it actually distracts you from who you really are. Because when you see who you are, you just be it, and there's nothing to work on. And the only way to get feedback is to go be yourself out into the world. That's the only way to actually even get feedback, if you're doing it or not. But you working on yourself it's this isolation. You're just wasting time. You have so many hours to live, so many days to live, and you're isolating yourself away from people. It's the 6 foot thing again, back in 2020. Like, hey, disassociating you with community and humanity and everybody else, which makes you more susceptible and prone to manipulation, guys and girls. Isolation is like the worst thing that you can do. Ask anybody who's, you know, a threat to themselves. Isolation is the worst thing. Like, no, surround yourself with family and loved ones. I'm not saying that you need a relationship with like a boyfriend, girlfriend type of thing, but what I'm saying is like you need to surround yourself with people. You need to surround yourself with family. You don't want to take the advice of a non-sentient, programmable chatbot. It's the most dangerous, because I don't care who you are. When it gives you dating advice or relationship advice, it's always going to point you towards isolation. They don't know you. It's going to manipulate each other. The world doesn't know you, but it's going to act like it knows you. It's going to try to speak to you. Why? Because women are the most easiest to manipulate. You don't have to say anything. But if you just trigger a feeling inside of them, they think, oh, this is good because they feel something. It's very easy to do that. So when you look at what the chatbot's saying, it's always like, they don't understand you. They don't know you. It's never telling you like, hey, go talk to your friends. It's never telling you like, hey, like try to resolve and get understanding. It's never telling you, hey, think in the other person's shoes. Hey, maybe get them a gift and love them. Hey, maybe they're having a bad day. It will never say anything like that. It's always like, they don't understand you. You need to work on yourself, self-worth, breakup, isolation, it like things along that line, which all gear towards you being alone in the most vulnerable position that you can be in. So see what's happening in the world. And if that's happening through a chat bot, imagine what the marketing companies are doing to like, oh, you need this tampon. Oh, you need this pad. Oh, you need this makeup. Oh, this influencer, that influencer. And you're rubbing yourself with all these chemicals they're absorbing into your body. They're frying your eggs. A lot of women are infertile. They're frying your ovaries. They're frying all of your glands. And you're like, man, why am I so hot? Why am I getting heat flashes? Man, why am I so like emotional? It's not normal. We're regulated human beings in this realm of power. No person, man or woman, should be unstable. Men shouldn't be unstable, hurting people. Women shouldn't be unstable emotionally. When you truly get your roots into what this realm is, you become the most stable person that there is. I yell, I jump, and all this other stuff, but I'm extremely stable. I'm consistent in everything else. Again, I've been with Sasha for 15 years, showing up every single day. There's only been like one actual day, maybe 2 actual days in that 15 years that we weren't together. I had to go on a trip. Out of 15 years, there was only 2 days that we weren't together because I had to go on a trip and stuff like that. Besides that, I spent every single day with Sasha for 15 years together, side by side, right here. Same thing with Lane. Ever since Lane's been in my life, we've been together every single day. I don't think there's been a day, maybe there's one day to where...
Yeah, it was one day.
Yeah, there was one day that we weren't, because I was probably on a trip or with another girl or something like that, whatever that was. Because after Leia was already retired, so most likely something like that. But either way, what I'm saying is like, it's going to try to isolate you. So watch out. They're going to try to market you. So just be aware. That's all I'm saying. That's why your period sucks. So people ask me like, Mikey, can't you just give me a simplistic answer? Should I wear the pad or not? And it's like, that's not, if you just hear the yes and no, you gave a man a fish. Teach them. Now that I've exposed this to you, Mikey Breathes exposed, right? We're exposing these things like, oh, snap. Yeah, you're right. It's always pointing me towards isolation. It's always made me the victim. It's never told me to apologize or that I'm wrong or that, maybe they're having a bad day or like seeing their side or whatever. It's always like, okay, they don't understand me, which isolates me and makes me think I'm not understood, which would make me not want to reach out to that person because I'm already convinced they don't understand me. So now that it severs the connection and now the person's isolated. Nobody understands me. No one gets me. Those people are the most vulnerable and the most prone to self-harm. And no one can help them because no one knows because they don't talk to anybody. And if a person reaches out to them, they think, well, they're just doing this because of blah, 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 blah. Back in the day, we used to thrive and live on culture, family, community, togetherness. And now with just one simple chat bot, self-worth, baby. Be a boss, B-I-T-C-H. Do it on your own. What is it? Lock in for 6 months. Don't talk to anybody. That's the worst advice. There's nothing to lock into. There's nothing to, there's no self-worth to get. There's only to be yourself so you can share yourself with the world. Everyone's gift is to share with the world. No one's gift is for themselves. Everybody's gift is to share and connect with the world because this world is source. So when you're connecting with the world, you're connecting with source. You don't connect to source, you atrophy. Whether you connect to source, you get a constant life stream of energy and vitality searching through your body. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom and then we'll get back to questions.
Yeah.
Which,
by the way, a lot of people are like, yes, love you, brother. Mahalo for everything you're doing. This is so true. Facts. Heart. AI is a very dangerous thing, not to mention it's been here for a long time.
Yeah. It's juice time.
Yo.
He said, yo, what up, dog?
I'll be out. Do you see the bathroom, Tosh?
No. Oh, thank you, Dibbles and Snibbles. That is so sweet. Awesome.
Yeah, you should never get relationship advice from a non-sentient computer program. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get some like gift ideas. Maybe you can get some sort of like vacation idea or something like that, but never, what should I do in my relationship? Ever. Never. From a non-living thing. I don't think that you should, I don't think that you should get, I don't even think that you should get relationship advice from a single person. What do they know? They like you shouldn't get fitness advice, I don't think, from a overweight person or whatever. I personally don't think that you should get marriage advice from a divorced person. So whenever I got okay, let me share some things with you guys, right? I've been married to Sasha for 15 years. Sasha, can I have you for like 1 second? You beautiful girl. Here, you can just show your butt to the screen. She doesn't want to show herself.
Yeah.
Okay, I love Sasha. She doesn't want to look at you guys because she's shy. But I've been married to Sasha for 15 years. I've been with Lay for 6 years. I've never been divorced. I've never been separated. All my relationships, for the most part, are good. Even my past polyamory partners and stuff like that, like a lot of them ended on good notes. Some of them, it was rough, but you know, we made up after. But I'm pretty consistent in showing up for people and being there. I'm not a hit and quit it type of guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So thank God I did not listen to people who were divorced or single, or there's no way I'd be with her, or probably even Lay. I didn't. If a person's divorced or unhappy, I do not listen to their advice.
I love you.
I love you too.
You smell good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I haven't showered. So anyway, when Sasha and I first got together, was it T-Bob who gave us that book?
I think so.
So there was a dude. He's a doctor. I met him at the gym. He's like a dentist who's like 70 or something like that. He's been married to his wife for like 20, not 20, what I'm saying, like 40, 50 years. Something like that. Something, I think they got married when they were like in their 20s, maybe. So yeah, maybe like 50 years. He got us a book. He's like, here you go. Here's the rules on marriage. Because Sasha and I had just gotten married like less than a year. Somewhere in there when I met this guy. And he gave me a book. And the beginning of that book, I don't remember what the book was, but in the beginning of that book, it's like get ready for there to be toothpaste on the mirror and things not to happen and your partner complaining. And I'm like, throw this effing book away. I think we read one paragraph from it, and it was like, get ready for things not to be glamorous anymore, not to be beautiful or romantic. Get ready for things to be dull and boring. And the one thing I really remember was like toothpaste splashes from brushing your teeth on the mirror. That's going to be your relationship from now on. I'm like, F this book. I threw it instantly. I'm like, F that. That guy's a loser. That guy's a loser. Whoever wrote that, I'm like, I'm not taking your conscience. I don't want your words. I threw that book away like so fast. I'm like, I'm not going to think about my lover in this way. Like, oh, well. And guess what? We're still together. But guess what? For the doctor who gave me the book, after 50 years of marriage or whatever, his wife got a divorce because she couldn't take him anymore.
Really? That happened?
Yep, they got a divorce.
I had no idea.
I'm not a gossiper, so like I'm not trying to. You guys don't know who it is, so I wouldn't. It doesn't matter for you guys. I'm not telling. Ooh, did you hear about blah 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 blah?
I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah, Sasha knows them, so I'm not going to gossip. I'm going to talk about people, but I'll use the person as an example, right?
Yeah, Michael is definitely not a god.
They ain't my vibe, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about like confronting people to their face and all this other stuff. But guess what? The guy who gave me the book ended up getting divorced. Ta-da! Because he's seeing marriage as like duty and work, and I gotta work at my marriage and all this other stuff. And the wife is like, she got fed up with it. But Sasha and Lay, I spin them around. I love them. I play with them. You know what I did yesterday? Lay was sitting here on the bed. I walked up to her with my shorts on. I got shorts on. And I walked up to her and I spread my cheeks and I farted on her. Yeah, you didn't expect that, did you? But that's how you keep it fresh and alive. That you just laugh, you play, you have. I'm not seeing my lovers as somebody I have to work, toothpaste splashes on the mirror. And no, I'm gonna love these people. I'm gonna keep it alive. I'm gonna keep it vivacious. This is why I give all these dudes who are getting divorced like relationship advice in a sense, because they let it die. Now I'm not good at this, okay? So like imagine like the plate spinning stuff. That's how your relationship is. Keep the momentum, keep the plate spinning, keep the main thing the main thing. Why are you guys together? Remind yourself every day if you have to. Look your lover in the eye and be like, why are we together? Because we're on a mission. We're alive. We love each other. We're here for each other. We're here to succeed. We trust each other. We've been with other people before. These are the best people to be with. And we look at each other and we're like, hey, I love you. You know, I love you.
I love you.
And that keeps it alive. But if you take advice from an AI chatbot that hasn't even penetrated, hasn't even felt the wetness and the warmth of a hot pocket, how the would it know? This is for the guys, for the girls. The energy of somebody who's masculine and strong and who wants to protect you. Most guys want to protect women. Most 99% of guys want to protect women. There is a select weak few who you choose the bear over the dude. Like when you really boil it down, it's like those, like the bear would actually be safer than that guy because the bear might sniff you and leave. But that guy there, I'm talking about like a percentage of the 1%. Like it's very like low. Most guys have an innate instinctual approach to want to protect women. Now I know they magnify it and act like 80% of guys want to do that. But that's what an exaggerated hyperbole of a society does because it's more stimulating. Like, yeah, guys are consistent, want to protect you and everything else. Of course, there's cases again where blah, 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 blah. But to take advice from a chatbot is to be manipulated. You make the chatbot your bitch. You don't contemplate what it says to you to follow what it says. It's your bitch, and you tell it. Okay. Anyway, I'm off the topic. Points made. You get what I'm saying. I love you guys. Moving on. So I'm guessing this is the melon, or is this the melon?
There's 3 melons. It's the orange, green, and white one.
Okay, cool.
And on Facebook, Danny said, hey.
Yo, what up,
And
Daddy?
then Miranda asked, Mikey, thank you for your beautiful energy. I have had goosebumps and a few tears while listening to some of your lives because they resonate and strike something within me. I just ordered the guide on Amazon and will have it by Monday. How do I try out the free week in Discord?
Well, what you know about rolling down in the deep? All right, cool. I had to. I heard it. And this is Amanda. Who is this, Sash?
Miranda.
Miranda.
M-I.
Miranda, right? Or
Miranda.
Miranda. But I want more Miranda. I love you so much. So, okay, cool. I tell you guys this. Don't buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon if you want to, but buy it on my site. If you buy it on my site, it's much less in cost. If you buy it on my site, you're paying like, let me see, how much is it on that? You're paying like 30% less or more, maybe even like 40%, depending on what version you buy. You probably shouldn't buy it on Amazon.
I mean, you can, but it is on sale
You
on our
can,
site.
but it's not associated with us. It's there, and we get a cut of it, but it's not like if you buy it from our site. So there's no Discord or anything like that with it. You have to buy it from our site. So if you trade it out, I would trade out, just get it from our site. Now our site, we do have Amazon printed and stuff like that, but when you buy it on Amazon, it's through Amazon. They're the publishers of that specifically. But when you buy it on our site, we just have them printed and we ship it out, and that's through us, and we can, have it for less and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I would say. So I love you. I'm here for you. If you could return it before it comes back or cancel it and just get on from the site, that might be better. Let me think here. just hit me up. Just whatever. I'll get you in the Discord, okay? But I'm letting you know, you should probably just get it from our site, MikeyBreathes.com. It's like right here. You're going to save and you get the Discord and everything else. But I'll go ahead and just give you the Discord either way. Just message anywhere. Mikey Breathes on Instagram or Facebook. You're on Facebook, right? Does she check the Facebook messages? No? Yes or no?
Yes, maybe.
I
Maybe
don't
no.
check any messages at all. So like if you guys message me, I don't check, but I'll check Facebook. I'll have it checked for sure. And just come in and message me. I'll get you set up. But if you could, I would return that one and just get it from the site. It's gonna be better for you. Like
Price wise, and also
yeah,
you get the free week email.
yeah. Because like the moment you buy it from the site, you automatically get sent the thing and the confirmation for the Discord and everything else. All right, cool. But yeah, I love you. The reason you're crying and there's tears and all this other stuff, because this is what you're, I swear to God, this is not even me being facetious or haughty or anything. You have been waiting for this all of your life. Hey, give me the little cat thing, the fuzzy cat, please.
Okay.
Can you guys hear the wind blowing on the mic? Let me know if you can.
She did respond. She said, "Makes sense. Thank you. I wanted the paperback version fast. LOL. Couldn't wait."
It's just as fast if you buy it through the site. So yeah, it's either way. It's either way. I love you. I understand. Just shoot me a DM, okay? That's going to be your best bet.
Yeah, we can totally get you. If you want to keep it on Amazon, that's cool too. We can still give you the link.
Yeah. But the reason you're crying is because, and this happens all the time. This is not like a rare occurrence. Like this happens all the time. Is because you've been waiting all of your life to experience life itself. That's why you were born. You were born to experience. Most people want to call it God or a spiritual experience or some sort of like ayahuasca jungle. It's none of that stuff. You don't need anything. No substances. You don't need to leave your hometown. You don't need to do anything. But you were born to experience life itself, source, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, God, whatever. And when I speak with you guys, that's all I'm pulling from. Sometimes you see like hints of Mikey throughout it, right? I'm like, Mikey, blah, 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 blah. But when I really get into it and you guys see me like focus, like I'm talking about the chat bar, the relationship or whatever, I'm like getting this stuff. I'm like strictly pulling it straight from life and I'm giving it to you guys. And it's not what I'm saying that matters. Like, yeah, that was beautiful what you said, but it's the energy that you're feeling of it. And it's like, whoa, that's right. Because it hits you in the gut. It's not just comprehensible words, but like it's like boom, I can feel the weightiness of the energy that these words are coming from. And that's the source. That's life. So when you guys experience these things and you like have these emotional experiences or like this, whatever you want to call it, because it happens in my Discord. It happened in my Discord. I was with some of my members, some of my intensive monitoring members. We'll get on a power session. They'll cry. One of my members on the power session, my last members was on the power session, cried. Another member in my evolutionary mastery, I spoke to them. They cried. These are guys and women, not just women. This is men and women. Actually, before we started this very live, there's one of the past lives that's here playing. And I was speaking to a guy and he's like, dude, that made me tear up. And I don't even know why. This happens constantly as the confirmation to show you that there is a way to connect with what life is and then emit it out through from you and out into the world. And that's what you guys are experiencing. I'm not the most fit person. I'm sure there's people with more fitness than me or bigger muscles or more spirituality or terminology or words. The only thing I'm sourcing from is life itself. So whenever you are hearing these things, you're experiencing what you've been wanting your entire life. This is what you've been searching for. Like, dude, I just want to live. Like, screw the diet, screw the fitness, screw all this other stuff. I just want life. And that's what everybody actually wants. So whenever you're here, you experiencing in that tear or that hit, that emotion is the confirmation of the very thing that you've been searching for. So that's what it is.
So Joe just commented and said, "Fam, thank you. Got the guide a couple of weeks ago. Energy received. My big takeaways are these at the moment. Be conscious of my awareness. Sync the mind, body, spirit, and soul. Full yes. Lock those in. Life just glides. Wife and I are experiencing the good juju. She's losing the stubborn belly fat from pregnancy. Me, energy. Becoming more magnetic. Wish I could type more. LOL. YouTube limits.
I understand, bro. Cheers to you. I love you so much. What was his name?
Joe.
Joe, I love you so much, Joe. So many blessings on you, your wife, and your newborn. You know, if it's under a year or 2 years, like, you know, bless you and your entire family. I love you, and I send nothing but good energy, hopes, and wishes out to you guys. Many blessings. And when you get a chance, hop into the Discord. You get a free week.
And Aurelia said, hey, Mikey.
Like Miranda's going to get once she messages me on Facebook.
Yeah. Aurelia said, hey, Mikey, love you. I'm telling my cousin to join up. I know you can save his life. I'm in Bali. I'm now back on the program. I was off for a month because I was traveling doing tours. I was eating outside food. My blood pressure went through the roof, 160 to 100 now. 4 days on Mikey's program down to 130 to 100. Normally my blood pressure is 120/80.
That's
Crazy,
insane.
huh?
That is high.
Yeah. I'm never going to not follow the guide again. It's literally life-threatening not to. I'm back, baby.
Yeah. So 100%, that's it. I've had a lot of people get on the guide, have miraculous results, and then get off the guide for like sometimes a day, sometimes like a week, sometimes even a month, and they're like, holy crap, they have the entire world hit them all over again. Like, whoa, I didn't know it was this bad. Because when you're in it, you like it's just normal, like eating at restaurants, like the headaches, the migraines, the lethargy, and everything else. It's normal. But then you clear all that stuff and you start living this pure harmonic life with the guide, like, oh man. And you don't really get to see how good it is because when you're in it, it's the same thing. Like you're just clear, you feel great, you have a bunch of energy, so it's normalized. But then you get off the guide, like, bam, you're tired again, your blood pressure's high, you're feeling dizzy, like, and you remember, like, man, when I was on the guide, I was freaking kicking ass. I was doing awesome. So then people after that usually never get off the guide ever again. There's usually a one-time cycle where people live their normal life in the world, get on the guide for some time, and then get off of it. And after that first time there, they're like, I'm never getting off the guide again. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like a program. It's not like okay, hey, for 6 weeks, we're going to do this. It's just a way of life. Like, this is how you live. And it sounds long, like, hey, you're going to live like this forever, right? But it's just like, no, this is just the way to live. Like, you're going to be taking showers until you pass, right? You're going to be brushing your teeth till you pass, right? So you'll be brushing your teeth forever. So when you say it like that, it sounds like, oh, crazy. But when you think like, this is just a way of life. Like, brushing your teeth is just a way of life. Same thing with the guide. It's not a program or a 6-week thing. It's just like, yo, you just live like this is how you live, and you have more energy. You're stronger. You're healthier. You're wealthier. You're clearer and everything else. Your blood pressure, your heart, everything else is thinking you, and you're literally like radiating life from you. So I have a lot of people who came from the world, lived the guide, got off the guide for a little bit, instantly was shocked, like, whoa, what is that? Whoa! And they're like, no, never again. And since then they've been on the guide for years. It's that's why I say it's the highest way. There's no better way than this. So I'm not even saying that to sell. I'm just saying, like, there's no better way than this. It just is. All right, cool. Next,
So
Aurelia, I love you.
super powerful. And David on Facebook asked, has anyone reversed prostate issues on the guide? I ask because this is an issue I deal with, and it also breaks up my sleep. I'm going to sort this, I know that, and I'm just curious if you had anyone in the guide fix the issue. And I love how you love. I also fart on my wife from time to time. LOL.
It's a great pastime. Yeah. Something to do. You know, you kind of like get them. You kind of like, if you want to, you can kind of like make it smell a little bit more, like by shaking it up before it comes out, and you can grab it. You're like, a dog, and just throw it in their face. It's a joke. I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
What a surprise.
Prostate though, right? I've had so many testimonies. I don't reach back out to people, but we could. Sasha, maybe we can do that on our mailers list or whatever.
I remember bringing up that as an idea.
Cool, let's do it.
But okay.
Hey guys, has the guide helped you or healed anything, or do you have a testimony from the guide that you'd like to share? That's it, and we'll put it out there. Probably has been, but nothing off the top of my head for specifically prostate. A lot of hormonal, testosterone, muscle development, clarity, hair growth, clearer skin, pelvic floor, hernia, hemorrhoids, constipation.
Sis.
Well, I'm talking about like in the, I'm trying to think like in
okay.
the specific area, like dealing with the prostate. greater libido, like,
Yeah.
higher libido. But prostate itself, I haven't heard any testimonies directly from that. But it's a whole body thing. So it's not about like, hey, there's a guide for prostate. Again, back to it. Do you breathe? Yes. Okay, the guide's for you because it's just a way of living. It's not about like, okay, I'm trying to grow my hair back. Okay, I'm trying to have whiter teeth. I'm trying to get rid of my cyst. It's like, well, that cyst is trying to tell you that you haven't been living life. And why do I live life? Okay, you just do the guide. And the guide regenerates your body, puts you in a regenerative state to where all of your organs, your glands, and your functions operate at a higher optimal state. And at that, diseases, sicknesses, illnesses, whatever, they kind of just fade away. So
David said, I will let you know when it's cleared, bro. I'll start the guide today and I will document to share later. Thank you.
how are you judging this? Is it enlarged? Like, are you getting it measured? So like let me know the details like real quick, just so I know. So next time you come back on, I'm like, okay, cool. Are you having hormonal issues? Are you growing breast? Is your pee-pee shrinking? Like what are the effects of the prostate for you? Do you have any sort of discomfort back there? Your bladder, when your bladder is full, do you have any sort of discomfort in your colon? Cool. Yeah, next.
Also, Aurelia said menstrual cycle back after menopause.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So that person I was talking about earlier who went through menopause for 3 years, or well, she went through menopause and she's been postmenopausal for 3 years. She got her menstrual cycle back. That's her. There she is right there. You can talk to her. You can hit her up. You can. I don't know anything about like Aurelia as far as like her personal stuff. I don't know if she's willing to share that, but she 53 had menopause. She transitioned through it, and now she's postmenopausal. 3 years later, she's gotten her menstrual cycle back because her life, her body has so much more vitality. She's fertile again.
So wild.
3 years postmenopausal, and she has her menstrual cycle back. Again, she just came on. I don't even think she knew what we just shared. I don't think she was here for it. She just came like, hey, Mikey, I'm in Bali. Yeah. She's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, girl, we're just talking about you. She's actually in the Discord community as well. Postmenopausal, dried up. It's done. Doors are shut. Pay out your tab because we're closed. Okay. Postmenopausal now has her menstrual cycle back. Because she's fertile, she's vital, she has energy coursing through her body, and now she can produce again. It's about living. It's why we call it the life guide. It's called the life guide because it's the guide to come alive. It's not a fitness plan or a diet or carb cycling or any of that stuff. I'm not like those stuff. That stuff has its effects. I'm not saying if you fast you won't experience weight loss or some crap like that, but I'm saying it doesn't matter when you focus on the higher thing. So right. Postmenopausal, menstrual cycle comes back. Person who was once gay, now like I'm attracted to women. Person who was once trans, like I can't be a trans and live this life of the guide. Woman who has breast implants, she's like, I can't continue treating myself like that now that I've experienced the guide. Boom. Those are just, the few that are here. There's no fitness routine that's going to do that. There might be some spiritual retreat or something like that might kind of embark on this, but like when the guide guides you to life, and when you face life, you see it for what it is, and that's when you have this decision. All right, one more question. I'm gonna go.
Oh my God, there's so many great stuff I just gotta say. Okay,
we don't have to go fast. I'm just saying, like, I'm going to answer one more question, then we're gonna go. But you can start reading stuff out if you want to.
Okay, reading some stuff out. Joe said, I used to say if there's a will, there's a way, and heard from an older live stream where you say willpower is for the weak. And dang, that is an awakening. Why need will when you can just accept and live? And then
and you save all that energy.
And then they also said another one is routine is where awareness goes to check out. Mind blown.
Exactly.
And then Danny on Facebook said the spots have gone, mate.
Yeah, I told you guys. It was nothing. It was just very moist here. It's very tropical.
Oh, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, here. Yeah. So like there will be times whenever, because I've been to South America and there's all these bacteria. I go swimming in the river and all this other stuff. So I've exposed myself to so much bacteria. I'll drink blood, like all this crazy stuff, right? I don't use soap, So whenever it gets hot and super moist and humid, and if there's a lot of sugar in my system, it can produce those spots. I'm like, okay, hey, it's that time again. I'll cut back a little bit on that. I'll do some other stuff, and then it just goes away. So yeah.
Yeah. And Ali said, got the guide June 2nd. It is the second time reading it. Energy much better, leaner, better relationships with family, friends. Every time I read it, I learn something new. People respect me more. And as Mikey says, get the guide from Vancouver, California.
Get the guide, dude. Okay, cool. Like, okay, did you hear what he said? What was his name?
Ali.
Ali, right? Okay, yeah. What fitness plan is going to make you have a better relationship with your family? Like, yeah, there could be some benefits and fitness, stuff like that, but like usually fitness isolates you. Now you're the outcast. Now you're the outlier. Oh, you're better than them. Oh no, bro. Like, I'm the one who works. Like look at what the world does.
Yes, the younger, happier, more life.
Younger, happier, more life, right? Better, more energy, more confidence, better relationship with his family and his friends. Most things of the world separates you and it isolates you. And the only actually community that you have is on the internet. It's not real. But when you get the guide, Ali's like, dude, I have a better relationship with my family, the people around me. I feel better in myself. I have more energy. The guide pushes you into community. It pushes you into loving people. It pushes you into living real life. Fitness, dieting, everything else. Like, okay, well, this is my diet. Okay, this is my calories. Okay, this and that and this and that. It usually separates you. There's no fitness plan that's going to make you closer to your family. There's no fitness plan that's going to necessarily make you more confident just within yourself. Give you more confident in the muscles that you might have gotten, but now Ali's like, dude, I feel good just with being myself. It's powerful. That's what I'm telling. Like, guys, it's not a fitness plan. It's not a just get the guide, man. Like, I could say this all day, but like, just get it and you're like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Most people are like, why is your book? I'm like, it's not a book. I'm like, just get, once you get it, like, oh, I see. Oh, it makes everything, like, it sounds crazy, but like, the trans person can no longer be trans. The woman with a breast implant, with the breast implants, can no longer have breast implants, right? The dude who's gay is now like, I'm attracted to women now. Maybe he's bi. Maybe he's like, I'm bi, maybe. The person who's struggling making money, they make more money. You have a better relationship with your wife. You have a better relationship with your husband. You have a better relationship with your family. You have a better relationship with your son. You have a better relationship with yourself. Like, literally, with this life guide, it sounds crazy because people think it's a fitness book. Like, well, how can a fitness book do that? But it literally affects every aspect of your life and brings it to a higher degree. Financially, relationship-wise, health-wise, in your body, in your vitality, communal. In every single way, it advances your life. My eyes, can you show them a picture of my eyes real quick?
Yeah.
My eyes are now blue. I was born with like brown eyes. Do you have the, okay, cool. Look, yeah. So that's me on the left with the brown at 19. And that's me on the white hat at 37 now. My eyes are blue. The trans person's not a trans person. The eyes are now blue. The teeth have regenerated. The breast implants are out. The person over here is now making more money. This person's closer to their family. Like, it's literally just how you live life, and everything gets advanced in some sort of way. How can one thing that makes you lose weight and have abs also change your eyes blue? Also regenerate some teeth. Also get rid of Tourette's. Also restructure a trans person. Also restructure a person with breast. Like how does one thing? It's because it's not a plan. It's the guide to life. It guides you to what life is, and once it guides you there, you now see it for what it is. And the moment you actually see life for what it is and you embrace it, it affects every single thing pertaining to life. Your family, part of life, okay, it's going to get better. Your body, part of life, okay, it's going to get better. Money, finances, it's part of life. It really is. That gets better. And it affects every single thing pertaining to life.
3 in Pokemon said, this is proof we got to lock in early.
Lock it. Yeah, for sure. So, Ali, for one, super proud of you. I love you so much. Like, you just started. Okay, I've been on the guide for 5.5 years. I'm still finding new things. New things are still happening in my own life. So congratulations to you. Many blessings on you and your family. Definitely get the guide, guys, because there's nothing like it. And if you have the guide and you haven't already, hop into the Discord. You have a week for free, so make sure to take advantage of that.
So Ali said, I am happy it was $170 because if it was not, I would not have taken it seriously. Love you, Mikey.
Okay. So there's different versions that you can
And
get.
put in the work to change.
100%. Ali, I love you so much. So there's different versions and there's different prices. He got one that was for $170, right?
That's a digital bundle.
And some people are like, why does it come? Like there are fake spiritual people out there that says, because I'm not spiritual. I'm not even a nice guy. I'm a brother. I'd rather be a brother and help you change than be nice to you and smile on your face and make you feel good for like 5 minutes, but you have no change. I'm not nice. I'm real. Huge difference. But sometimes there's fake spiritual people like, well, if you're so spiritual and you're enlightened, why wouldn't you give it for free? I'm like, then you don't know the construct of this reality. You don't act upon things unless there's a price to pay. When you initiate a specific whatever price point or journey, like you have to go through a journey to go get, like, it's not even about the dollar cost of the guide. If you had to go across the world to go do it, you're going to apply it more. Since the guide is available and it's everywhere, you can, like, it's digital in a sense or whatever, it could be shipped to you. There's no journey they have to take, but something has to be transferred. When you understand how this world works, because I don't expect anything without a transfer. I don't expect girls to like me. I don't expect monies to come. I understand there is a transfer that needs to happen. That's how this realm works. When there is a transfer, there is an effect and a greater effect. If there was no cost, if there was nothing given, then there would be little to no effect. Maybe some people might have an effect, but there would not be a great of effect to what people are seeing today. Aurelia got her menstrual cycle back after postmenopause. Ali told you everything. He's like, dude, everything's better. Steve got rid of Tourette's. Melissa taking out her breast implants. Mark came out of being trans. He's like, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to be a biological man again. You don't do that without valuing what you're even seeing. So when people are like, well, why don't you do? That's why they're complaining about that free. Because they don't understand the law, the principle of effect, of transfer and effect. I'm proud of you, man. I love you guys. Be willing to pay the price. I'm willing to pay. Like, you know, see this house here? You see the chandeliers? You see this? I'm in a 9-level house. It's technically 5 stories. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stories with a roof access. 6, 7. It's technically 7 stories, or it's like it's 7 levels of the house and then 2 levels outside. I'm willing to pay whatever price to be here. It doesn't matter. It's definitely more than the cost of the guide, because I understand I have to transfer something to get the effect of it. I don't even just want stuff. I want the effect it gives me. I'm in this house because it affects me. I know you guys can't see it on vertical, but there's a chandelier here. There's like the trimming around the doors. There's like the gold little seal here, and the mahogany wood floors, and like this room is one of the master bedrooms, but it looks like a Ritz-Carlton hotel. Like specifically, this room here looks like the Ritz. I have my own little seats, sofas, and this and that. I feel like I'm in the Ritz-Carlton with the dark mahogany and everything, and it makes me feel. I transferred not to get the room because I want the effect it's going to give me. I don't want just a place to stay the night. I want an environment that's going to affect me, and I'll pay whatever cost I have to pay to get that. I'm currently in the Himalayan mountains. Have you ever been in the Himalayan mountains? Do you know how much it costs to be here? I've been traveling nonstop for the past 6 years this month. We've been traveling for 6 years consistently. So since we started traveling, we have not stopped traveling. And that was 6 years ago. We started traveling 6 years ago, and we have never taken a break or never been off of traveling. We have constantly been traveling every single day for the past 6 years. Do you know how much it costs to travel? I'm talking about just going on vacation or whatever. Like, hey, just travel, see what's up. Okay, now multiply that by every day of your life for the past 6 years. Because it's not about the money. It's not about the currency. or what you spend is about the effect you're going to get. Most people will spend for crap they don't even think is worth it. And then they complain, it's like, well, because they're frivolous. They're not purposeful with what they do. They'll spend their time, they'll spend their energy, they'll spend their money. If I don't believe in something, I'm not going to spend my money in it. I'm not going to spend my time on it. I'm not going to even spend my energy thinking about it, because there's a transfer. Every transfer I do, I want an effect. What's going to be the effect of this? Me being in the effect of the Himalayan mountains, breathing the fresh air, being in new places, being in a new environment has like formulated me into this person who has this effect, to where now when you guys hear me, I'm transferring something into you, and you have the effect where you guys sometimes are crying. Because I understand the principle of the transference, of the effect. I'm not even telling you to buy the guide. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying when you understand how this realm works, there's always a transfer. But at the end of that transfer, there's not always an effect. You can go down to your fridge to go get something to drink. So you can transfer the energy to transfer your body there, and you can open the fridge and there's nothing to drink. There's no effect. And a lot of people live their life like that. That's why they're living paycheck to paycheck. That's why they're not getting ahead, because they're not calculating, okay, what's the outcome? What's the effect? But when you understand what the effect is, you can only place your direction towards getting that specific effect. And whenever you get the effect, the cost doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter how much something costs. Money's not real. The price tag isn't real. It's not actually real. And that's something to understand. That's where people, man, this is crazy. But that's where people get hung up. They're looking at the price tag. Look at the effect. If you're looking at the price tag, this doesn't matter. Because it could be $1, but there's no effect. You wasted $1. And every dollar wasted goes back into you. Don't waste even $1, but be willing to spend 50,000 of it. It's better for you to spend $50,000 on an effect than to spend $1 and have no effect, because at least the 50,000 had an effect and wasn't worthless. But if you spend the $1 and there's no effect, it was wasted. But the 50,000 was not. And that's something a lot of people don't know. And that's why the guide is so effective. Again, I'm not telling you to buy the guide. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I have a lot of videos on YouTube here for free. So even if you don't buy the guide, guess what? There's free videos here. No biggie. I don't care. IDC. But when you understand the principle and how these things operate and work, you understand this effect in reality, then now everything you're doing works. Everything you're doing has an effect to it, has an outcome. And then you keep doing that, you go to the greatest outcome and the greatest effects, and then your life is, bam, now you have muscles without working out, because you understand the transfer of effect. Now you have a bunch of energy even though you haven't eaten in 62 days. Boom. Now you have blue eyes without contacts. Now you have regenerated teeth. Sasha cracked her teeth, and she had her teeth filled back in from her own body. Her own body regenerated enamel, filled her cavities in her teeth back in. Lay scoliosis. Do you have lay scoliosis?
Yeah.
Real quick, and then we'll read a couple more, and I'll answer somebody's question, then we'll go.
Okay.
But once you actually understand what I'm saying, it's just like, I'll spend 100% of what I have if the effect is there, because that effect always provides for the next. But if you save money and don't have effect, you still lost. So this is Lay's back. She had horrible contortion in her spine, horrible scoliosis. This is an x-ray. And from being on the guide, her back is almost 100%, nearly 100% straightened out without doing any exercises to try to straighten it out. We have done some stuff, some stretching, but we're not daily trying to do some sort of regimen and routine to where, okay, we're going to straighten her back out. This is just from her understanding the effect, and now her back is straight. No longer needs a brace, no longer having pain whenever she sits down and stuff like that. So this is passively, she's gotten these results because of this principle of effect. You have to make sure that every word you say, and this is what the guide goes into this. Every word you say, everything you do, every thought you think, everything you drink, everything you eat has an effect. This is why the subtitle of the guide is this. Everything affects everything. Everything affects everything. It's the subtitle of the guide. Everything affects everything. People lose because they're not counting the effect. They're just living. But once you actually see everything has an effect, you can start gearing it and making it, bam. Then you get value from every single thing you do, even if it's just one breath. All right, go ahead and read them out, Sasha, and then we're going to end it out after I answer a question.
So David responded and said, yes, it's enlarged, messes up pee flow, and it aggregates the bladder too. The doctor's answer was hormone blockers.
Blah, blah, blah. Of course. Make them into a bitch. Okay, I'm David, right? Of course they'd say hormone blocker. Of course. Make you into a little bitch where you're castrated, where you're non-aggressive or like non-ambitious. Of course. Subside the guy. Make him what's the word? Make him a eunuch. They don't fight the king. All right. You have the guide. If you're in the Discord, it's going to help a lot, but there's the 2 flexes for the mirror and the sphincter. Read that part and do those. Along with the vacuum, along with only having vitamin A through mineral zinc, like it says in the elements portion, and then the toilet. Surprisingly, it's what's going to be a lot. The toilet portion. With those things I just said, this thing should clear up in a month, if even that. So I don't know how you're measuring it. Are you having to go to your doctor to go measure it, to go put a scope in there and everything else? But you're going to notice better flow and everything else. Cool. But yeah, hop in the Discord. I can go into detail about it. All right, cool.
And then
do you want to read stuff out, Sash?
Danny asked.
Well, I'm only going to ask one more question. So like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, David said, I taking that.
Yeah.
And then
You ain't no bitch.
Yeah. Joe said, started traveling a few months ago with a family, sold everything. So many were didn't understand. Fun fact, most people will only get the 1,000 months in this life. Get the guide, and live quality living all day, every day.
Live all day, every day, baby.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Joe.
Joe, my man. Just live 1,000 months, huh?
He also said, tap into the universal wallet. The tab is already paid. You got to accept the responsibility to live fully.
Exactly. I freaked out a little bit because I'm like, how am I going to pay for constant travel? Like I've been paying for this in a sense for like the past 6 years. When you just be authentic and go in it, dude, like it comes. All right, cool.
And Holly Hound said, thank you, Mikey. Aurelia said, love the Discord group. I'm back, baby.
Let's go.
And then also Darlings of Raw said, thank you.
Was it Diamonds of Raw?
Darlings of Raw.
Oh, Darlings of Raw. Okay, cool.
Yes. And Holly Hound said, love you, Mikey.
I a horse, I a raw.
Yes. And
so 1,000 months is 83 years. That's cool. 83 and a third.
You got some heart faces from
Love you guys.
Julia.
Julia.
I was like, am I saying this right?
There's a lot of beautiful Julias out there. Is that everything?
Yes.
All right, cool. Awesome. So there was a question, right? That you're going to ask me like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, what was that question? Get the love out. Because sometimes we're about to end it and like there's all this love in the end. And I didn't get to respond to it. So I want to like, just note you guys, thank you so much for like, if you like this, share it. If you like this, comment. If you're watching this after the fact, just tag your favorite timestamp on the video. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and everything else. Comment, it really helps. Sharing it, reposting it, sharing it to your friends' DMs. Like, yo, check out this guy. It's already tagged. Just like watch him. Like, again, this is not for people to buy stuff. I don't care if people, it's not about buying something. It's about being faced with what life actually is. That's the main thing. Most people will have this all of their life and they will never see what it is. But when we have these discussions and these talks, we remove that and the person's like, oh, wow, what is it? Whoa, I'm actually seeing for the first time. Whoa, this is amazing. having their menstrual cycles back, or this or that or whatever. They like most people probably didn't even know that you can get your menstrual cycle back after menopause. I didn't until it happened. I know scoliosis could just straighten from some meditations, but boom, it happened. And so on and so forth. Okay, cool. What's the question?
Okay, so
So make sure to share. Is what I'm saying. Shoot to people's DMs and everything else.
Danny asked, do you have money as you need it, or do you have multiple businesses with money as the byproducts?
This was the last question?
Yes.
That question from before, like, whoa,
Yeah, that was gonna read.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Money. How do I even say this? Because man, okay, I want to give you the best response. Okay, there's two separate things, okay? There's what I am and there's what the world is. I'm going to end with that. And this does not mean hierarchy or better. There's nothing of the sort, right? I personally understand what I am. And there's a specific trust that I have. And then from that trust, almost like the tabs open and everything else, right? That was saying from Joe. And I draw from that trust. And it supplies me with everything. Beautiful women, this, if I need finances, whatever, because of what I know myself to be, not just telling myself this delusionment, physical, applicable, effective results that have shown up in my life, my body, and everything else. I look younger. You know, I'm almost 40, bro. Like, most people wouldn't think that. Maybe they would. I don't even care. It doesn't even matter. But it supplies all this stuff. Like, it's because it's not about money. Because like let's say that I start from zero, right? Like the money I have now is zero, nothing. I have nothing. Well, then tomorrow I can just get it back and more. Because it's not the money that comes from a business. It's this trust I can draw from, and when I draw from it, it supplies everything. I grew up in extreme poverty, so it's not like my parents gave me a trust. It's this thing that I know that I am that's been shown and proven. And now that I know that, and I've kind of talked about this on some past things with like stars and stuff like that, I draw from that and it just brings whatever I need. I've had bank accounts appear out of nowhere with the funds. I've had checks in the mail from sources. I'm like, why is this source sending me a check? And I draw from it, and then it has an effect here, and that effect comes to me. So it's kind of how it works. So it's not even about having money. I don't even know how much I have. I don't even look at money. I don't look at money. I don't need to. It doesn't matter. I treat it as if it's zero, and I just keep going. And if I need something, I'll just do the thing. That's kind of how I operate. Now, for other people in the Discord, I do tell them how to get money for their business and their stuff, because there's still a logical approach to a lot of this stuff that if you create a systemized way to do things, like you can still benefit from it passively. But I don't want people to think like, okay, Mikey's saying draw from the trust, and now there's a whole routine in the program of drawing from it. That's not what I'm saying. Like you don't, like, you have to have a valid identification to be able to draw from, for me, myself, from this thing. And if a person doesn't even know what I'm talking about, they're going to go broke. I've had a lot of people trying to do what I'm trying to do, and they go broke. It's a different thing for them. Like, yeah, you can manifest money and out of nowhere, out of thin air. Like, there's a lot of stuff, but it's not that specific thing that I'm doing. So I don't want you guys to start thinking, okay, Mikey said this can go. I'm prefacing this and I'm putting a disclaimer because I don't want you to go like, okay, yeah, just draw from the trust. That's not what I'm saying. But that's how I sustain myself and everything else. When I'm in specific identification of who I am and authenticity, I'm able to have access to it as much as I want. And but you know, that's what I do. But for other people, it's a little bit different. I would say just get your thoughts coherent and align them and move in the path of what you agreed upon, and then you will never have to worry about success or money ever again. It's about being authentically you. You may not have a gajillion dollars or something like that, but you'll have well more than enough of what you need as long as you hone in your thoughts, become coherent, put them in line, and put your laser focus through the lenses that you've aligned, and it condenses it and makes it more focused. So yeah, awesome. I love you guys. If you haven't already, Feel free to go to MikeyBreathes.com. You can get the guide there. If you already have the guide, you have a free week in the Discord. Hop in there. Watch all these videos. I don't put any ads on them, so you can watch these things uninterrupted. I don't want this ad popping up in the middle of this thing saying stuff I don't even agree with, like prescribing you some sort of like antidepressant or some sort of thing. You can watch all my videos. There's a playlist on my channel, MikeyBreathes.com, for the lives called Mikey Breathes Exposed, because I'm exposing myself. I'm exposing our thoughts. You guys are exposing yourselves. We're exposing all this other stuff. So go ahead and watch those. Even if you just have them on repeat in the background, there's still energy that comes out of it. And if you're not listening to it, you can still fill your home with that specific resonance and like vibrance, to where when you walk in the room, you can feel it and you can take it in. And it's free. So just, like, you know, even if you don't want to get the guide or whatever, you still have these. I don't know how many videos are there, maybe like 50 or more. And they're all over pretty much an hour. So there's like 50 videos over an hour. So you got some time to listen to it. So yeah, just put them on repeat. I love you guys. If you have any questions, save them for next time. But either way, I love you. See you next time. And follow me on Mikey Breathes on Instagram.